Alright, everyone, hello. Welcome to the Galactic Holonet. We have a game for you tonight via the Vassal League. It's going to be a Paul Heaver taking on Philip Horny. It's the first official game we're casting so far this season. But hadn't really, a bit impromptu, but I just saw these guys were playing. I figured it was too good an opportunity to pass up. So might have a guest or two on in a moment here, but we'll go ahead and get these lists up real quick. So Paul's basically running Ego, pretty close to it. So Sweet's got FCS Glitter. Predator Intel. Okay. I think that's correct. Oh, why not showing up list? Oh god, that's not right. There we go. Man. Sorry folks, all this Twitch stuff is brand new, so they just updated OBS. Okay, it's a little small, but I think he can make that out. So it's Phil's basically running a list that he blatantly stole it from Ryan Ryan Fleming. He hasn't been playing a whole lot lately with Philip, but it's just you can see Thweek with both titles, SCS, Glitter Sim, Autos, and then this Contract Scout, Predator, Intel, APL title, and then Sulak with VI, Harpoon, Glitter Sim, and Guidance Ship. So bit jank, and he's chosen to Thweek his shadowed Miranda's pilot skill ability, which I find kind of interesting because I think when we were talking about Thweek, we were saying that Biggs was really one of the better pilot abilities, but every time I've seen Thweek flown, people just tend to take the PS usually. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear what people would feel like is the pilot ability that's really really worth going after. Probably say Dengar is one of them, I'd have to say, but anyway, he's taken pilot skill. So Paul started out bottom left corner He's just gone straight the first 2 turns. Phil's just kind of stalling out. He's obviously probably wants to get Sulak out to range 3. The rest of his list to come in there with that harpoon and get it off. And then probably just wants to get that scout in there and have him start mucking things up, getting some key blocks and such. So let me go ahead. Like I said, Paul's just running. It's basically ego. Zach Matthews Nationals list, but I'll go ahead and put it up just because. He's got Draw Their Fire, which I think Zach had Selflessness, I want to say. Yeah, I think that's what he had. And then, of course, standard 44-point Miranda. No big deal. Is that Sabine crew? Excuse me. Coming off this infernal cold. And, of course, everyone's favorite missile, Harpoon missile. Okay. I think everyone can make that out, so I think the one upgrade you can't see on Miranda, it's just long range scanner, so you can see she's already target locked. Our little scout there. Okay, so we get the red sloop from the scout. Sleek's probably just gonna hard left one, I figure. Oh. He went to Vassal Chat, do you, Dom? Alright. Let me see if I can figure this thing out here. Alright, let me see if I can edit this now. Let's see. Nope. There you go, Dom. Move that logo over there. There you go. Alright. And the crowd begins to form. See, they all come out for Paul. They all come out for Paul. Morgan reads. Morgan comes out of retirement. They all come out to watch him. Jeff Jones. All right, so it's going to be a pretty interesting turn for Paul here, because obviously he's going to take that little alley to his left, or he's going to go right. I suspect he'll go left. Like, I bet he's probably going to... I bet he'll 3 or 4 forward bigs. Probably 3 left bank Lowrick. And then probably like 2 forward Miranda. Maybe even 3 forward. Because, yeah, he's got that lock on Sulak, so I think he's definitely aiming to get that harpoon off on him. And going to try to melt him in one turn. Let's see if we can't get anyone else on this commentary. Hello? Oh. Ryan?
Where?
Hey. Oh. Hotel internet. Boo. Alright, let's see if I can get my boy Kalen on this call. Nope. Maybe not. Yeah, Knuckle, and that's what I've been seeing is as cool as it would be to have another pilot ability on your ship. I've been finding that too, is most people just figure it's just too good. That pilot skill is just too good to pass up. So that's almost always what I've been seeing people take, no matter who the pilot is they're up against. So only 2 forwards bigs. Oh, and he bumped Miranda. Paul, that's an amateur move, bro. He knows it. Well, let's see what Sulak's got here then. She's still got the lock, though, so not horrible. But it's going to be interesting if Biggs is out of... Like, I think there's a very good chance he's going to be off the leash of Miranda and Lowrick here with Sulak coming in.
Hello.
Hey, Kalen, what's up, man?
Not too much. Ugh. Z catch it. So who's who? I guess.
So Phildo's Scum and Paul is Rebel.
Okay.
I mean, if you see Biggs, there's like a 90% chance it's Paul.
Yeah. So this is the was it Eagle Mark III? Is it or Mark IV? The Miranda Lowrick Biggs.
Sure. I don't keep up with all the variation. The names themselves are hard enough to keep track of.
Yeah.
When people were like Fairship Rebel 2, I didn't know what that was for like 3 months until someone finally explained it to me. I was like, all right, I guess we can call it that. But
Right.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. Phildo's really got What's he doing with Squeak? He's really got Squeak and the Scout out of... I don't think that's where he wants them to be, but... if Sulak can get in there with this harpoon, that could be pretty devastating. But we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I think he's trying to do the one-bank barrels. Is that what Squeak's doing right now?
Something like that. He's just moving him around the board.
I'm not sure. It might be... I don't have the newest Vassal. I guess I should do that. I can just watch on the stream.
Oh, so he 4-forwarded Sulak. Interesting. So now the question here is whether... Okay, so just going to target lock Biggs. Because he could have done it on Miranda if he'd wanted to. What do you think the proper call there is, Kalen?
I want to say... The issue, if he shoots Miranda, he gets a harpoon condition, but you'll never be able to trigger the harpoon condition.
That's
true. It'll just sit there. So if you hit Biggs with it...
Uh-huh.
Lorik will absorb some of that damage and absorb it, but this way you can proc that condition to use some AoE damage, and hopefully, because the goal is still you need to kill Biggs.
Exactly.
So, and then Nidra's not going to live to keep that missile alive to kill Miranda late game.
Yep.
So might as well go for the 5 dice harpoon right now.
Yep.
I'm just hoping as many crits show up so he can't R4D6 it down.
Yep. All right.
Because what's on the what is the rest of the scum list? Predator, anti-pursuit. What? Oh, so it is a punishing one counter to scum. Okay.
You're like.
Why is a predator a non-punishing one? That'd be so silly.
That's good. There's one crit.
Is he gonna target? I think I would risk target lock in the L3. The focus is in the blank.
You think so?
You have Glitterstim and Guidance Chips. Try to get for more crits.
But aren't you kind of okay with Biggs taking like double stress because then he can't clear harpoon?
I don't think that's too much of a worry. I think it's just.
Well, he's just gonna guidance chip.
Guidance chip. It's just like, okay, so regardless of what he rolls, right? If he rolls. Okay, so he can spend, he doesn't have to spend anything, right? Mm-hmm. He focuses for one, Lorik for another, or doesn't even spend the focus, Lorik for one, R4D6 for one, draw their fire for the crit, takes 2 damage.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So it's just like, there's so much with the defense dice, he had to go, that being said, if this was all crits, it would be the exact same thing. But, I would just go as many crits as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But... This is the safer bet. I think with Glitterstim, Chips, and you still have the target lock, I think re-rolling those 3 dice, you would have re-rolled the double blank to make it worse. Mm-hmm. And even with that, though, I think you'll still do 2 damage to shields, regardless. You're doing 2 damage to shields, regardless of how many hits you roll. Mm-hmm. Unless it was double evade Lorik, and then he guidance chip, and then he has to draw the fire still, so it's still doing 2 damage overall. It's not possible to... I think it's pretty safe. I don't think Nidra is going to survive this round, and if he does, he's not going to get much else throughout the game.
Oops. Hey, Ryan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Are you still here, Kalen?
Yeah, I switched over.
Okay, cool.
We can close the other call. Oh, yeah.
Oh! So Paul, with 5 dice in the lock, he only gets 2 hits.
Did I get disconnected? I'm not even seeing the game here. What did I miss?
A couple of harpoon missiles.
Who did Phil shoot at?
Phil shot Biggs and Paul shot Sulak.
Paul took the Sulak bait.
So, this is your list, huh, Ryan?
Yeah, I've been playing it. I don't know, for the last month. I think I've lost 2 or 3 games with it, but I've won 20 or something.
Uh-huh.
People think Tweak sucks, but Tweak is a monster endgame ship.
Uh-huh.
He has so many choices, because he's either going to be the highest pilot skill, you have initiative bid, he's always moving last, regardless of what you're playing against, or he gets, if everyone's lower pilot skill, or just there's such a good pilot ability on the opposite side, you can just use that.
Well, yeah, and he's still a PS4 ship. So if someone like Blair decides to run all PS2, you still have he's still good.
Yeah, and he's still three geode. He's like the Star Viper's still a solid platform of a ship. It's just maybe a bit expensive, but with the title now being how cheap, relatively cheap it is, it's still 3 agility, 3 attack, 5 hull.
Yeah,
Auto thrusters.
And both the Scout and Thweek are closers in that game, in that list. Like, you can win the end game with either of those ships.
Oh yeah, the Contract Scout is just such a good platform. Well, Intelligence Agent and just the platform itself.
And Punishing One.
Yeah, and the Punishing One. Just the 3 dice turret. You'll just... Anyone you don't like, you block, shoot the other target. You got the free reroll of Predator.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when it comes to 1-on-1, especially if you get a ship that doesn't have a turret with the Intel Agent, you can just roll around, dodge arcs. Just keep pounding people.
If the Scout ends up endgame versus like a defender or something, the anti-pursuit lasers can still win the game.
Oh yeah, that too.
Which is the main reason I have them there, because
I want to know, Ryan, have you ever taken the pilot ability with Thweek, or do you always just take the pilot skill?
You know what? I mean, Thweek is in there to move last. That's why I have that bid. I usually run it at 97. I don't put glitter stim on whatchamacallit, on Thweek, just because I want to run. If I'm running him to run last, I want to make sure I'm running last.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you guys talking about that. I would say maybe you'd steal Omega Leader's ability, depending on the rest of the list that you're facing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you steal Dengar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but the problem is if you steal Dengar, you're at PS4.
Yep.
So a lot of ships you're not going to get to shoot at. So like, you're not going to get to use You might only get to use Dengar's ability once or twice. And that's not great.
It's not as good as being able to move after him.
No.
Yeah. I
mean, moving... You can shoot at him if you don't want to. That barrel roll is magnificent.
You can get out of his arc.
And still shoot.
Yeah. Yep.
And be in a good angle to like do a one hard and still continue to pursue from behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like, not only do you dodge arcs, but it puts you in a better position to continue the pursuit to get behind them and pursue them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're facing each other and you do that, a right forward barrel roll.
Yep.
Now, a one hard followed by a boost or another barrel roll, and suddenly you're behind them.
Yeah. Yep.
My bad hotel internet is finally, I think, allowing me to get back on and see the game. Maybe.
What do you think of my OBS, Kalen? A little better than last time?
A little better, yeah.
Took some work, but I got it figured out.
Yeah. I guess, do you run dual monitors at home or just one?
I just have one.
Okay. Maybe you should look to get a secondary monitor for streaming. That's what I usually run when I used to stream. Because then you have everything on one monitor. That's like so everyone sees what you see, a little bit extra. And the side monitor can have like the OBS up and running, so you can double check anything on the side, and like you don't have the chat necessarily on the screen. You can have it on the side. So like anything that you want to run in the background that you don't want to show but need to help run, you can have it on your secondary monitor. So it could just be even a cheap monitor. You just need something on the side. It's useful to have.
And the Drew survived.
The Drew only took one.
It only took one, yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, people think they can just kill the Drew easily, but a lot of I've had him in this list when I've run it, I've had him survive at least half the time in that opening salvo because he's usually at range 3 with permanent glitter stim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you might kill him, but you actually might not.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was a pretty terrible shot from dice wise from Paul.
Yeah, but still, the glitter stim lone wolf. Yeah, you can.
No, it's not lone wolf.
He's got VI. You need VI to shoot a missile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was, but he bumped his own Miranda, so he never focused on Miranda. So Miranda fired her harpoon at 5 dice, and I think only got 2 hits after the reroll. So
it was 2 hits and 3 focuses, and then
he
target locked all the focuses for nothing.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get 3 good shots on Biggs here. Biggs might die.
Biggs might. I don't know about good shots, but What he's really
He's gonna have a
hoping
range-
is to punch a crit through.
He's gonna have a range 1 shot with the Drew with a target lock. He's gonna have a range probably 3 shot with the Scout with Predator and Focus, and then he's gonna have a naked range 3 shot, maybe range 2 shot with
Maybe
Bleak.
range 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be range 2, right? And if Biggs dies here, who cares if he loses Nadru?
Yeah, you'll take that
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah. Well, that's what Nadru is all about, is the trade.
Yeah, Nadru is there to force your opponent to make a bad choice and murder you with the harpoon. Either way.
And the Scout's in a good spot to get in there and start blocking next turn, too.
Yep. Well, he's going to hit that rock, so he's not going to be able to barrel roll to get a block for sure, but still.
He probably just 3-bank him, I think.
Yeah, that'll still hit that rock, though, Blair.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a 1... No,
I think a 1 hard... I don't know. That'd be close.
A 1 hard will hit the...
No, the run hard will hit that rock.
You could do maybe a 2 hard. Might not hit.
The 2 hard might not.
It's close. You might just say, screw it, do the 2 bank in there, crash, and just shoot whoever you can.
Yeah. The Contract of Scout is such a good platform.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing I like about this list is it's fact-proof. If the Reddit leaks were true.
Yeah, well, I probably most of my list just in case it comes on. We know well with that gunship preview that the going through with the advanced slam, because the new advanced slam card has action bars, so we know that's true. So there's a good chance everything else is going through.
Yeah, I mean, so he gets a shot with Weak, a shot with the Contracted Scout, and if either of them land a crit, Biggs is likely dead.
But Lau can pull it, though, is the thing.
Yeah, but it still counts.
It still triggers Harpoon?
Yeah, because it was uncanceled.
Okay.
Yeah, an uncanceled crit. Yeah, it just goes to someone else.
Yeah,
It's not-
Lower's just suffering it, but Biggs will still take an extra damage because
Yeah, it's not like take a
crit got
face up.
through.
It's not a face up damage card. It's just an uncanceled crit.
Harpoons are stupid.
They're fine.
Right. Like everything else these days.
Alright, so who's Miranda gonna shoot here? Gonna go for the Scout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, the Drew's going to probably get killed by Biggs or a bomb next turn anyway. So
Yeah. The
No
Drew doesn't
reason.
have anywhere to go. Just gonna hit that bomblet plus Sabine. He already shot this round, so let's get some damage on that Scout. He's gonna need it.
Yep. That's range 3. It's a shame. Yeah, 2 hits is better than he could have wished.
Mm-hmm. And Biggs has no tokens.
No tokens. He takes a damage.
Down to 2. If he gets a crit here, this will probably do it.
If he gets a crit, it will do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess
unless
low risk.
unless Biggs rolls 3 natties.
Yeah. Yeah, I originally tried this list with a cruise missile on the Drew,
Uh-huh.
and because it's 6 dice if you can pull it off.
Yep.
The problem is it's too easy to counter.
Well,
Just-
that's why it's a balanced card as opposed to Harpoon, because there's
Oh, I agree.
counterplay opportunities.
The Harpoon's easy. You just move it PS9, move
Yep.
real slow until they move in range, and then
Yep.
shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you shoot it with full mods. It's just silly.
Aha.
No.
Ah! I mean, the Drew's dead anyway, so who cares? But,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you have to K-turn and hope that you roll blanks on the bomb.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only move you have.
Well, he could hard 2 left maybe and might have a shot on Lowrick. If Lowrick turns in.
Yeah, but the scout's probably going to be there. Yeah. Woohoo!
You spend it,
just spend it, folks. Who cares about the harpoon? Kill bigs.
Yeah.
Don't get fancy.
The harpoon still triggers on death, right?
It does.
Yeah, it will still trigger on death.
Yeah, so death.
Got him.
Dead.
Now this becomes interesting.
But now you're feeling pretty good if you're Phil, Doug. So now you can just go all out on Miranda or Lowrick.
Is that range 3 use the... what are you doing? Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
still dead. Well, now the scout can kill Miranda, right? Like, and Thweek moving last can also get shots on Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
And the Drew will take another damage here.
Yeah, if the Drew is touched by the bomb, he dies. It just gets Sabined.
Yeah.
Regardless of the dice roll.
I mean, so maybe you do a hard 3 right turn with the Drew just to disengage him.
Uh-huh.
Force him to decide, like, do I spend my TLT shot to kill him, and then you risk that he comes back and gets another shot at me.
Yeah, I probably would disengage, because Sulak's dead from the bomb because it's Sabine, no matter what.
Yep.
So I think disengage is probably the smart move.
Just do a 3 hard right or 2 hard. Yeah, 2 hard right or 3 hard right to the left side of the board, and force him to make a tough choice. I think Tweak just does a 1 bank to the right and just target locks Miranda and just continues to shoot at her. Maybe focus just in case. But I think he's going to continue to shoot at the scout, so I think Tweak can probably target lock without worrying about it. I mean, you guys go after... I think you have to go after Miranda here. I think you have to just pretend that Lowrick isn't there until...
Yeah, he has to, because if it still comes down to one-on-one, Miranda just takes forever.
Yeah, you can't...
You need the 2 ships to keep shooting at her, to force her to run or slam so she's not shooting to regenerate.
Yep. Well, she can't really afford to do that if the scout's there, because the scout can always shoot at her.
Yes.
Unless she gets away from the scout, but fine.
Yeah. But otherwise, it needs both those ships focusing on it, because it's just one-on-one. It just takes forever to kill her. It'll hurt, because if he gets Lowrick in a good position to follow one of those ships around just to pound into it, because he doesn't need to reinforce.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, that's the thing. You're right. He will be reinforcing the whole time, so his offense should be
down, better. But he doesn't necessarily have to reinforce if he gets behind the ship. It just comes down to how Paul can maneuver that Azatec to get actual worthwhile shots.
Sure.
Philip says, "Jump Master Dial so bad, no hard 3s."
The only thing Scum don't get is hard 3s.
Yeah, but I think if Phildo does a 2 hard right, I think he'll be on that rock. You might even hit the one in front of him. Yeah, I think just do a 2 bank or 3 bank to the right, crash into the middle of the board, and Lowrick can't shoot.
Yeah,
probably can't shoot you if you do that.
Well, he can shoot. He'll shoot Thweek probably, but
you might not even get an arc though. Just how the moves will block any turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think three. Like if he needs to, you can always barrel roll out of it. But
you want to close range to Miranda too is the big thing. So
yeah,
that's why you just crash the middle of the board. Miranda. I mean,
yeah,
you should get a range 1 shot on Miranda.
Yeah.
With Predator, you might get you'll do some shields.
Yeah.
Still think they ought to interpret Miranda's pilot ability that if you're regenning both shots are two dice. And if you're spending a shield, both shots should be 4.
I partially agree with that. Just how a lot of the wording is this, but just for like other situations, especially just it's TLT in certain situations in general, especially with is it Victor Hell who's coming out in the Kirax Fighter? Is after defending, if you did not roll exactly 2 dice, the attacker gets a stress. How does that work with TLT?
Yeah, well, after defending, but you didn't roll 2 dice. You rolled 4.
Yeah, but is it after each attack, or is it the total attack? When it was after defending trigger? Technically, after defending triggers after attacking, which is after both TLT shots. So I rolled 4 dice.
Exactly. Yeah, you rolled more than 2.
So it's one of those things that affects on both, but then there's other after defending stuff or one attacking that triggers on both attacks.
Yeah, Predator.
So it's just one of those things like Predator, yeah, Ezra Crew, all those things.
Yeah, Predator should only be on one of the 2 attacks. Like, yeah.
I know for simplicity's sake, that means if you spend a focus on the first attack, it should focus up all your dice, but the dice aren't there, or things like that. So it's this weird.
If you don't want to, the problem is you're doubling down then on your focus or your Predator if you allow people to do it for both cluster missiles attack or TLT shots or whatever.
Yeah, it's just the issue of having attack twice on those few weapons.
Did Lower bump?
He hasn't moved yet, I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
Miranda
moved.
I guess he did.
Yeah, Lorik did a 2 hard right and couldn't fit and went into New Jersey.
Look at that. So Nerdrew will survive the bomb.
Yep.
I mean, you might just decide to unload here on Lorik with Thweek and the Scout.
Mm-hmm. With the reinforcement.
You might.
It's always tempting.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good call to go on to Lorik.
Yeah, the problem is Thweek's not going to get to shoot at Miranda at this point.
Yeah.
She might. Yeah, she will, but it's a bad shot.
Well, next round, though, Thweek is going to be probably a hard one in. He can't bet.
Yeah.
He can maintain fire on Lorik while Miranda disengages.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the scout, if the scout wants to avoid a bomb, he has to 1 or 2 bank and barrel away because Miranda's going to drop a bomb into that place. And then Lorik's just left by himself to die. Depends on his damage goes through, right?
Yeah, but he could get Lorik down like 2 or 3 hull here if he's lucky.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then you just kill Lorik, and then you just chase Miranda down. I mean, Miranda can't. She's amazing, but I don't think she can 3-on-1.
No.
Yeah. If Lorik does get heavy damage this round, I think Paul's best way was just to kill Nadru this next round of the show. Has to get rid of that 3rd ship.
He's going for Lorik.
Yeah, he's going to have Lorik got the evade, but he got 3. He's down to 5.
No, it's Lorik. Do you choose the scout or go for Thweek?
No, you shoot the Scout. That's who you're shooting at because the Scout is actually the bigger threat to Miranda than Thweek is.
It's always that, like,
oh my god.
We just rolled like crap.
Paul really is rolling like crap. He really is.
I think with his attack dice, he rolled a total of 9 this round. He rolled a single hit in total.
Well, Miranda, the first TLT was... Oh, yeah.
Hit
right.
And then just triple blank into triple blank focus.
Even
look at that. Phil rolls double blank. He couldn't even get the Wookiee.
Yeah.
God.
That's right. Phil will roll pretty soft here, too, is my guess.
The first 2 rolls, you got the defense, but it was nothing hitting anyway, so...
So he's got 2. Let's see if he gets the evade. Yeah, so Paul can't be too upset there. He didn't take that much damage on Lorik.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would do? I would go 1 straight with the Scout, bump into Lorik. If Lorik bumps into you, let the anti-pursuit lasers trigger. Do a 1 bank with Thweek, bump into the Scout if need be, and then shoot Lorik with the fire control. And if Lowick doesn't bunk the scout, then you've got another range 1 shot on him.
And what do you do with Sulak? Do you K-turn him here?
No,
you do a 4 straight.
Yeah, Nidru needs to get out because
the bomb will be there.
The counter seal bumping is good because then I'm not sure if Paul wants to drive a bomb on Lorik.
Well, exactly. I think a 3K gets out of the bomb.
No, well, so if he drops, Nidru maybe. Yeah, it probably does. You get 3K.
The only thing
you do allow Miranda to TLT Nidru to death. Although I guess it gives Nidru one last parting shot on Lowick, which might be enough to get him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can also... Yeah, Lowick's in a tough spot. He really is. I think he doesn't really have any choice but to just, like, one bank right, really.
Just take the bump.
Yeah, that's really all... I mean, if you want to generate offense, that's all you can really do. Just take the bump.
He'd get a shot on Tweak if he does that. But he might die. I mean, if Nidru... I think Nidru has to K-turn in case Lowick bumps. He'll get a 3v1 and then a 3v1 and maybe inner pursuit lasers. Mm-hmm. Might be enough to get him.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think Miranda's going this round?
I think she does a 2 hard left.
Seeing that, what do you think about Nidru hard 2ing right to try to get Miranda?
He won't get her.
Even with that? Yeah, I guess not. Just on the edge.
No, he won't get her, and then he'll just get. He might even eat the bomb if he does a turn. The bomb, he'll still be in the bomb blast.
Right? Yeah, I mean the bomb blast of the hard 2.
Yeah, he's got to do a 3K is still pushing it close to the bomb blast radius as well, because the bomb will be like almost like cover half of Lowick. I don't know. But if he's dropping the bomb, he's going to run with Lowick. And if he runs with Lowick, that means the scout's going to get to shoot at Lowick. And so will Tweak. Like, yeah, Lowick actually should die here.
Only if Lowick had lightning reflexes. I've seen some people actually run lightning reflexes on Aztecs. It's quite hilarious because no one expects the thing to turn around, and it does like a 2 forward and it turns around. It's like crap.
I'll tell you what, though, the 4 Wookiee list is way better than people think it is.
No, it's that list killed me at Evergreen Cup. I had triple scouts and it 100-0'd me.
I lost the triple scouts that list on Sunday at a small tournament. I mean, I like some of the dice were a little ridiculous, but like he still beat me pretty handily, like 100-50.
Yeah, well, once he gets your torps off, you just can't punch through.
You can't hit him.
Yeah,
you can't hit him. Oh, interesting.
Tricky, Phil.
Yeah, but now all he's doing is definitely baiting Miranda into dropping a bomb.
Yeah. Well, he's going to barrel roll.
He's going to barrel roll to get out of the bomb radius. He doesn't want to eat it. He's trying to save hit points on the contracted scout.
But now Nidru can't. He's obviously not K-turning with Nidru now.
No, if he barrels with the scout. If he barrels with the scout, he might clear the K-turn. I doubt. Maybe. It'll be close. He's rolling left.
It didn't show a barrel on our side. Maybe it's lagging. Yeah. The chat says barrel, but...
I mean... Paul goes, I'll worry about it later.
I'm not seeing it either. Did you barrel roll the scout?
Yeah, he barreled left forward. No one sees it, so we'll have to disconnect.
No, I see it now. Resync, and you'll see it.
Oh.
And Drew could do a 2 hard right or left, and maybe get a shot on which was so we could do a 1 hard and then barrel roll left and backwards and just be right behind.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Or go left forward, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if Drew can get away from the blast radius here, though. Ooh, Paul's going that way.
Yeah, I got no change. I still can't see the barrel.
Synchronize with Phil.
How do you do that? You just right-click his name, or?
Yeah, right-click on his name. It says synchronize. I don't even think Tweak needs the barrel.
I don't think he does. It's kind of interesting. Paul decided to reinforce the front there. Don't you think?
No, he's got the back. He's got the back.
Oh.
Because as long as you're inside the Lorik's firing arc, it counts as the front. So the area with a base width, the area for the 4 is larger than the rear in a sense. Because the ship has to be completely out of the firing arc, so he has to be behind the line.
Yeah, and the tie goes to the front arc. Like if you're in both, it goes to the front.
No.
Basically, if Lorik can shoot you, and you can shoot him, the reinforce works on the front.
Yeah. No, Ninja's eating that bomb.
Yeah.
He tried.
He tried. Yep.
Yeah, bye, Drew.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go after that conscience got him in there.
Yeah, but frankly, Drew did his job.
Yeah. That would have been nice to have...
he was still harpooned.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. 1 damage.
Look at this cup. That sucks. He didn't. That just done. He could have just done the 2. He's got the scout.
So, did Lorik reinforce front or rear?
Rear.
Okay.
He'll get his reinforced.
Okay.
No, actually... Look at
unless he might not get it on Tweak.
He might not get it on 3. He's definitely getting it on the scout.
Yes. Bill's probably only got 4 more turns with the scout with those TLTs coming at him. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Don't take the bait. Don't shoot Miranda. You decided to kill Lorik.
Don't
you have
shoot
to
Miranda.
You have to finish. Oh, it's tempting, but you have to kill him. Does he get to know now if he gets reinforced when he shoots?
I don't think you can check that.
Yeah, I think the only time you can check AS for reinforce is when you
after you roll defense dice.
Yeah, when you try to put the token on or add the evade.
Ah, he got the evade.
So I only got 1. Ooh.
You got to check. You got to check. Bill, you got to check.
Well, I'll check here when Lorik shoots. Yeah, he's in.
If he's in arc, if he's in shot, then Lorik does not get the reinforce.
Well, yeah, he does not.
Oh. Okay, reinforced rear.
Yeah, so then, it's out. So that means Lorik got the reinforce.
Yeah.
So
He's out. It looks in.
So, yeah, so 3 get...
Oh, yeah, if you zoom in, he's not in. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Heaver got reinforce is correct.
Yeah. The problem is the reason I don't like what Phil did with the scout there is now the scout's flying away from combat. It's going to be 2 turns before he gets back in.
Yeah.
He should have just stayed there and then applied pressure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a range 3 shot.
2 dice and reinforced. It's going to be difficult to just put some damage through.
Predator 1, 2. Yeah, all you have to do roll an evade is fine. So he gets 1 through. Still, if he'd have just like gone forward and bumped,
yeah, that would have
taken the Drew's Harpoon. He wouldn't have, and
eaten the bomb. Eaten the bomb and Sabine though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah, I guess he would have.
He would have ate the bomb for sure. The Sabine might have been saved until the new Drew's roll, but yeah, he would have taken the harpoon. But I think it was just as. I think he might be in a better position though.
Well, he would have had the Drew roll first.
Yeah, of course.
And then if he needs Sabine, use it, and if not, then he'll just use it on the scout. It felt like he was in great shape. Now it looks like it's starting to move more towards Paul's favor.
Mm-hmm.
That's because Lowrick's not dead. If Lowrick was dead, it'd be much better. Although Thweek can beat Miranda. I've done it with her. It's not easy, though. And you have to not have your defense dice just completely crap the bed on you.
Yeah, you only get that 1 token. You only auto thrusters. You only carry you so far.
Well, you're probably not even going to get the token because you're going to have to barrel roll to keep Miranda in arc, most likely.
Yeah, and dodge those bombs.
Yeah, you want to be at range 3 and have, range 2 maybe just out of bomb range and out of arc, and use the focus if you have arc. If not, you have to barrel roll, which means you have to hope that she's slammed and you don't have to worry about defending. But I think Miranda does it too hard here.
Yeah, too hard right. Try to get Thweek in arc.
Yeah. He'll get a range 3, so he'll still get auto thrusters, but hopefully Thweek can do a 1 bank. And then just kill Lowrick. I think Scout does a sloop right, or sloop, yes, the white sloop, and then just kind of charges back in on Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see the Scout beat Miranda just using anti-pursuit lasers. Never give her a chance to regen. Just keep making her bump.
Yeah, 18 turns later.
Yeah. Now he'll get lucky. He'll do it in 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's doing here. Unless he's going to roll towards Lowrick to try to get a shot. Like left forward or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Blair. The regional in Fresno. To sign up, we have to call, or maybe possibly email might work. But
okay.
I do not have reception at the moment in the current place, so I'm not sure if you want to call in and try to reserve us 3 spots.
Well, I still gotta confirm with my boss tomorrow, but then I can do it.
Okay.
What's the cap for them?
76.
Dude, that did not hit the rock. That's impressive.
Ooh.
Was that a hard 3? Yeah,
that's really nice. Template didn't even hit the rock. Damn.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's...
Scout's in trouble here.
Yeah. Does Miranda have another harpoon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thweek do a 1 bank or 2 hard?
He did 2 banks towards Miranda.
Broke off.
I was wondering what it was going to turn into that way.
You do a sloop left next turn.
But do you barrel it now to get out of arc?
I don't
Do
know.
the one bank barrel to his left, forward, and then you can follow up next turn with a hard one instead, so you doesn't get stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is better. Just to get the auto thrusters. The problem is then you're getting close to, then you got to worry about bombs.
Yeah. But I don't think the taking a range one just here with Miranda's target lock, he might sacrifice that shield to do a 4 dice attack.
Well, he'll still do a 4 dice attack, even if he does a roll to the left. So you can do left forward and still get sneak into range 1. You don't want to be at range. You don't want to take TLT shots, in other words.
Yeah. But he doesn't do that auto thruster shot, right?
If he stays there, auto thrusters are out.
Yeah, and he only has a focus. I think the barrels.
I did the numbers on that. A focus is actually better. A focus on 3 dice without auto thrusters is better than no focus with auto thrusters.
Yeah.
But marginally, but it is better.
I think just position-wise, too, I'm not sure you want to be stressed next round.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because not only you're stressed, but, I mean, he has to sloop next round if he stays there, so then he's eating another bomb.
No, because he's slooping. Yeah, he's slooping left. He's slooping right where Miranda will put the bomb. He'll be in Miranda's bomb radius. Yeah, you're right. He has. Maybe like there. Maybe close to the bomb. I don't know.
Is the one
if he does the one bank is the one bank, and the 1 straight and the 2 straight, and I think the 3 straight are all green.
Yep.
So, but if he does the sloop left next turn, it almost doesn't matter if he's stressed, other than he loses an action. But he's not going to get his action anyway if he does a 1 hard, because he's going to have to end up barrel rolling or boosting to catch Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's the difference?
Well, he's going to go for it.
Yeah, left forward is probably the right roll.
Is the bank barrels in Vassal yet, or is he going to do it manually?
You got to do it manually.
Yeah, I've been pestering Moo on. No, I don't think you. No, that's not. No. You can't do that. That's not right, dude. You got to right click on the ship, and there's like a second barrel menu for. I don't think that's actually an accurate representation of where he goes.
Well, I didn't even see what he did. I didn't even see
the
template.
He did a normal roll and then a bank.
No, he's the template. He had to resynchronize. I saw the template.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he switched from the. He moved the base all the way to the back of the ship to the back again. So it's back to back with the 1 bank. So that's what feels so awkward. So it was a left. Yeah, I guess didn't want to need one. I think he's trying to maybe push range 2 to make it a 2 dice attack from Miranda. But I guess that's TLT range. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's gonna be TLT. So he's I just said screw it. If you want to shoot. If you want to roll 4 dice and spend a shield, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm. I guess maybe just try to get the distance for the next round bomb. He's out if he does a hard 1, but
the problem is if Miranda does a 1 bank and he does a hard 1.
Yeah, it's a bump.
Is it? Might not be actually. This is when advanced sensors will be so good. The only problem with advanced sensors that are fire control is then you just don't have any offense.
Yep.
Yeah, you have no action.
Yeah, it's fancy. You can be anywhere you want, but then you can't do anything when you get there.
Yeah, it's like when around here when the Starver first came out, we were all doing PS9 Shiza with advanced sensors. It's like, woo! Doing all the sloops and all things. And nothing happened.
It's like reminds me of the confrontation between Indiana Jones and the swordsman.
Mm-hmm.
The swordsman doing all his fancy stuff, and then he just gets shot dead.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes.
3 hits. Not the end of the world.
Ooh.
Partially
takes
hurts.
it. The shield and the hull.
Yeah, no crits at least.
Yeah. I think next turn the scout has to do a left turn in and try to block Lowrick and get a shot on Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, he needs a big shot here. I'm not going to get it. Yeah. 2 shields.
Let's see how much damage this Laura can do now against the scout. And Paul Heaver's dice pick up. Oh, this is hurt.
2 hits. Yeah.
Oh my
And
god. Ooh, oh god. Did he reinforce?
Reinforce forward so he gets the free evade, but that's dead Luric.
Dead. Damn.
Got him. Oh, that's huge. That's actually huge.
That is.
Yeah.
Huge.
Paul's hoping to get some damage probably through on that contracted scout.
Yeah.
If you hit the contracted scout down to for 1 or 2 damage, that's an extra TLT shot. You just have to fire at it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now it's going to take him at least 3 TLT shots to kill him.
Yeah.
Probably 4.
Paul says, "Okay, Miranda has had a solo worse."
Yeah.
No, if anyone can do it, it's Miranda.
It's Paul, yeah, and Paul and Miranda. But Miranda's already down 3 shields.
Yeah.
Like, if she gets caught in Tweak's arc next turn,
That could be game over.
Tweak did not take fire control. Whoops.
Oh, blew it. Well, I think if you're Paul, you just 1 bank Miranda right here, 1 right bank.
Yeah, but the problem is a 1 right bank. I think Tweak with a 1 hard might.
I don't
think
so.
it fits. No. It's way too close.
Probably not. Yeah, but the bomb won't hit Tweak, and then Tweak can do another 1 hard.
So maybe you like sloop the scout then, just to buy Tweak a turn to get back into it.
So that they're converging at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If 3 card ones and bumps in Miranda, he can't stay there because Miranda will just drop a bomb next round on Tweak.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. That might be okay. Because even if you lose Tweak, if Tweak can do like 4 damage to Miranda before he dies.
The only issue with Sabine,
like,
if he rolls that double hit on a bomb, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, but there's no monsters under your bed. I mean, you can't. So what else could you do? Like, I mean,
The only thing is 3 cast to
disengage.
Engage, yeah. Completely disengage, which is also not the greatest choice.
No. I say do the 1 hard just in case Miranda does something stupid, which she won't because it's Paul. But maybe she does something stupid.
But I'll do the hard one either way. You still bump into Miranda. You get yourself in position because there's still, depending on where Miranda goes, if she doesn't do the 1 bank, there's options for 3 next round. He doesn't have to hit a hard one again. You can follow the hard 2 roll depending on where the bump finishes, and there's still chances to avoid that bomb.
Yeah, and I do like the sloop left, just to stay away from Miranda to be able to come in the following turn with a focus, Predator, and like then Miranda doesn't get to regen this turn.
Yeah.
The only risk is that if you take this scout out to there and then Tweak doesn't bump Miranda, then like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Tweak taking a range 1 shot with focus and auto thrusters than the scout taking a range 3 shot.
Yeah, that's true. The only saving grace is the scout should probably be shooting at a defenseless token, a Miranda without any focus tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's probably spent her token on offense against Sweep or the scout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the right crit can totally swing the game.
Yeah.
Has Phil
lucky for Phil, there's no crits coming through to him, unless it's a primary weapon for Miranda.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Miranda can't risk being in range 1 of the scout, can she?
No.
He could just do a 1 hard left and another 1 hard left. But... He's doing that. Now you could, if you're worried about where you are, you could barrel roll away. So you can do another 1 hard in the following turn.
That's what I'd do. I'd barrel roll right back.
You think if Miranda does a 1 bank, she's got range on him?
Right now, I think barely.
Yeah, I think barely.
If he barrels away, then she won't be in range. Even if she's 3 banks.
She'd have to slam, which is fine, because then Tweak will be able to come in from behind her and shoot her for free.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, well, he wouldn't slam anyway, because he won't get a shot, so it's no real point of slamming. He doesn't have advanced slam, so just stay there focused, take the bump.
Well, no, if he slammed, yeah, you're right.
Oh, he's rolling in.
Oh, he's going for it.
He wants to. He thinks he's maybe he's.
No. You know what he's doing? He's going to try to block her the following turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because the next turn he can, and then that also shuts down her bomb too because she can't risk bombing herself because she's not Nim.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
You know what? I think I realized. I don't think Fildo's called Intel Agent once all game.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I don't think he's used it at all.
Yeah. I think there's only really one opportunity he could have used it, and that was with that giant mess.
Yeah. But like the problem is the scout needs to have options and to use the Intel Agent.
Let's hope that Threek did the hard one and not a sloop.
Oh, if he slooped here. Oh, God.
He didn't sloop.
I don't think.
No, he shouldn't.
Oh, he bailed. Okay.
He went for the bail. Has the boost away.
He's wishing he hadn't, though. Oh, man.
I'd barrel roll left forward if you can. No. That's the wrong way to do it, Phil.
That's wrong.
Now it's going to take you 2 more turns to get back in the fight.
Yeah.
What a pansy.
Yeah.
See, now he's got shots. He gets the regen, and he's going to get it.
Who would you shoot in this situation? Go for the scout obstructed, or try to do some more damage on the week?
He's going to go for the scout. Didn't really think about it.
Go for the scout. Yeah, he's going for the scout.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, my God.
He's going to spend it?
I don't think it's worth. Yeah.
All right, so it's 3v3. Maybe Phil gets lucky and sneaks in a damage here.
Maybe.
Keeps him even.
Roll Predator.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
He needs some paint. Oh, okay, there's one.
God.
Oh, he caught it.
Yeah, no crit.
No crit, but he gained a shield on him.
He did get a shield. That's good. That's the best you could hope for.
That's absolutely the best. Well, yeah, I mean, he could have hoped for the crit if he was real greedy. But
that's pretty good. Can't complain.
No. You can't reasonably complain. I've seen people complain in those situations. I've seen people complain for far worse. There was a world that I was playing in the hangar bay, and this guy was rolling defenders and whatnot, and he rolled like 10 out of 11 evade. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I roll, he shoots at me, and I get like 3 out of 4 evades. He looks at me and goes, well, if you're going to keep rolling defense dice like that, how am I going to win? I'm like, what? Did you see what you did the previous turn?
Yeah. Well, now what do you do if you're Phil? I mean, do you stay on Miranda with the scout? You're almost... I mean, she's at 5.
I think you just do like a...
I think you just need to keep... it's so hard to say trading shots, because there's going to be so many obstacles in long range.
You could do a 1 hard barrel to the right, just to kind of get some distance.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is, I think Miranda's coming down the bottom to the right side of the board. I think
Yeah,
she's going to turn right.
She's going to turn right into this.
She might go left. I mean,
Yeah, she might.
if she goes left, she's behind. Then Tweak is gonna be. It's gonna be harder for Tweak. Like if she goes to the right and Tweak goes to the left, then eventually Tweak's gonna flank her. If she goes left, Tweak's gonna have a much harder time doing that because Tweak is probably going to left. Right.
Probably.
I mean, I guess Tweak could sloop here and then do and
I think,
come that way just to hedge his bets.
I think Phil's going to 2 left and then boost left. Oh, so Scout's going.
So he's going to barrel away. He's going right. He's going to barrel away.
Yeah.
And cut her off as she comes around. But so Tweak could sloop left here.
He could.
Just in case Miranda decides to come to the left. Then he can cut her off. If she goes to the right, he can still one bank boost to get between those rocks, which will put him in almost the same position as a 2 bank, as a 2 hardwood. Maybe he's a little behind. Yeah, I guess he'd be a turn behind if he does that. But
3 right bank. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, this is great for Phil. Because now you know Miranda's got to go right here.
Yeah, can't risk. Well, you can do 1 bank and try to hard 2 out of that corner, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, why would you do that? What does that gain you?
And this is what I think Paul wanted to avoid, is getting into a joust with the Scout. Yeah. Because next turn is probably going to be no shots. And then he's going to be in a bad way because that Scout's...
I think we could get a shot next turn. We could go 3 bank and then boost
could.
right, maybe get a shot.
I don't think you want to though.
No, you don't want to give Miranda a chance to regen unless they're both shooting at her.
Yeah.
And I think Phil does a 1 bank, a 1 hard left, and then rolls probably back to the left again, so he can do a 4 straight the following turn, and maybe get up in her grill.
Or bank left 1 and then barrel roll left to straighten himself out.
The Scout?
No, Thweek. Bank left 1 and then roll left forward to straighten himself. So he's got that alley right there between those 2 rocks. He's straightening himself out to go 4
yeah,
forward.
but the problem is he doesn't have a 4. The 4 forward as fast as he can go. He could do a 2 bank and then barrel roll left backwards, and then a 4 forward gets him closer. You don't want to range 3 shot and take it. You want to range 2 or range 1 if you can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the big problem is he forgot that damn fire control.
Yeah.
The fire control lock. Although Lowick wasn't dead when he shot, so you could argue maybe because he was going to do a 1 hard right, maybe take a long distance shot on Lowick.
Yep.
There's some rationale to keep the 3. I would just stay there and see if you can shoot.
No shots.
All right, so.
I think that's
3
ideal.
bank. Yeah, 3 bank with the Scout. Focus. 2, 3 hard right with the weak, or 3 hard. Yeah, 3 bank right with the weak, and then just light her up.
Light her up.
You might kill her.
You might. If he had the target lock, it'd be a lot better chance.
Oh yeah. And I mean, if Miranda wants to slam into the Scout or Thweek just to try to avoid a second shot, fine.
Yeah.
But he's got to do a lot of damage there because they're both going to potentially eat the bomb the following turn. Although if the Scout does a 3 left turn, 3 left bank, the following turn he could do a 1 left turn and then probably barrel to maybe block Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this isn't that hard. Just do the 3 banks with both of them. To the right with Wheat, to the left with the Scout. Maybe you do the 2 sloop left with the Scout just so that you're going the same direction as Miranda in case Miranda wants to keep going that way. You can get in her way.
Maybe, but then if she hard
then if she
twos
turns
right,
left, if she hard twos right, then you're out of position.
Yeah.
And even if you do the 3 bank, the 1 hard left followed by a barrel roll will probably be enough to stay in front of her.
Or just at least stay with her.
What do you think of Miranda 3 banking right and then trying to 3 bank slam, trying to get out of this mess?
She could do that, but then the scout's still going to blast her in the face.
Yeah, it's better than taking 2 range 1 shots from both.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather just. You almost want to just slam into the scout and risk the anti-pursuit lasers. The problem is Tweak is still going to shoot you at range 1, probably with a with at least with an action of some sort.
I'm wondering if Tweak might take it slow, trying to expect the 3 bank. Because if you 3 banks, tries to
3 banks and 3 banks, Tweak can't catch her no matter what she does.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking the 3 banks just standardly. I'm trying to look at the angles. I'm not too used to.
I don't know.
That it's 3 banks in, and Miranda 3 banks
might just hit the scout. It might just hit the scout outright.
Yeah.
What? Are you doing?
Just wow. He must be expecting that 3 bank.
That's weird. Not what I would have done.
3 forward.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
That would have hit. Yeah, it would have hit Miranda. Yeah, so now he's forced her to make a decision. Does she slam and not shoot and get blasted by the scout? If she does that, Tweak's going to get a shot.
Well, I forgot that Miranda moves before Tweak. What about I would have almost have hard tuned in towards Tweak and then 2 slammed into him.
Yeah.
Or past him.
Yeah.
Another way out.
Which is all the more reason. Which is why I think you do the 3 hard or 3 bank with the scout, because then
you get a better shot.
You can shoot. Although then you're chasing Miranda from behind, which is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
Anti-pursuit lasers.
Oh,
Anti-pursuit lasers. Do it. Anti-pursuit lasers. Don't forget, Phil. Don't forget. Good. Hit him. Hit him.
Well, Paul was due there, so.
Now the problem with this is that, I mean, I guess the scout just.
I think he
scout's in trouble with it.
I think he just self-bumped next to
the
scout.
Yeah, the problem is then he's going to eat a bomb. I think you boost here, Phil. You think you have a shot there? I think he's got a shot already. Maybe. It's really close.
I would say no. It's very close.
I think you have to boost just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is then you're putting yourself in the bomb radius.
I think you're okay because next turn you just probably going to
too hard to boost.
Yeah, and this contract's got 30 eaten bomb next round. Yeah.
Really regret that.
He's going to roll 3 crits here.
Yeah, this old natty's been doing it all night, Phil.
Natties.
Is that 4 or 3? Probably 3. Oh, no, don't use glitter stem there. You can't. Range 1 or 2?
That was like 1.
Yeah, I don't think you can use glitter stem there. I think you have to use glitter stem.
Oh!
Well, maybe she'll blank.
All right. Well, Paul is due for that. Now we got a game.
I think you can get out of that bomb, Phil. I mean, the scout can't, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because Tweak can do a 2 hard right and then boost. Although, does a 2 hard right clear Miranda there on the scout? Or does she have to do a 3 bank?
She has to do a 3 bank.
Will a 2 hard clear?
For Miranda?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But Miranda could get a little cheeky and go 3 forward.
4 forward. Yeah.
I would say that she could be cheeky and just bump again. Expecting Thweek. I expect Thweek to bypass her.
Oh, that's actually But then
and she bombs herself, bombs the contract scout, maybe get Thweek in that. That's very risky though. But it gets her behind Thweek. Well, doesn't get shot by the contract to scout.
I don't know, dude. If Thweek does it too hard right, he might be able to fit a barrel roll right forward to then come in on her flank the following turn.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be super ballsy. If he's self-bump, dropped a bomb everyone, including himself.
Well, the self-bump also could cost him a damage.
It probably would, but you figure with Sabine alone, you're up half a damage there. And then if they roll 2 bombs and you only take 1, it might be worth that. And plus then you get a regen shot on Thweek.
Is he going to intel?
Intel for no reason.
Right into 3 straight. Okay.
Yeah, but she's going to take a range 1 shot from the scout, which is not going to be pleasant.
No, it will not.
No, and if Thweek does the too hard, he can still get her. The boost.
Yeah, Thweek did not use Glitterstone last round, right?
No,
he didn't. No. So he could do the too hard and then boost, which I think gets her an arc.
Well, he wants to
boost. You have to
boost anyway. Yeah, there's too risky to take the bomb.
Yeah, that boost will keep her an arc, and then you can use Glitterstim there, and then oh yeah, he's got her, maybe.
Just watch the bomb, major explosion, double direct hit.
Double direct hit or blind or something.
Yeah, kill the contract to scout.
All right, so it's going to take 2 damage from the scout, whatever. Scout will get the shoot, very likely. Although
he has no shield, so he can't boost the attack.
Yeah, but it's still going to be 3 dice. She should get 3 hits if she shoots at the scout. So the scout would have to roll an evade.
Yeah.
I think you have to use glitter here.
So yeah, because
use glitter.
You're probably just going 1 forward anyway.
Yeah, you're doing a 1 straight next turn anyway. I mean, when the hell else are you going to use it? I know you want to save it for defense, but I don't think you have that luxury. Because he's not going to regen. If he regens, I use glitter.
Yeah, I would have gone all in there because the scout's dead next turn.
Yeah, this is the last turn for the scout.
Yeah,
so this you have to do serious damage here.
Yeah. I think if you're
going for the regen.
Oh.
I don't think that there's potentially 8 dice coming at him. Well, I guess the chance of killing Conscious Scout was so low, he didn't want to risk it. So 6 hit points with the focus versus, I guess, 7 dice coming at him. I don't think Thweek's barely at range 2.
1. Is that range 1 or 2?
That's 2.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Phil just called it.
Yeah, it is.
So he's 7 dice coming at him.
Oh, God. Who needs Glitter Sim? Oh, he Paul blanks. There's an outside chance the scout gets him here.
Even if he doesn't.
Even if he doesn't, Miranda's going to be on life.
It's 4 dice.
Oh, Miranda needs one.
He's taking a crit.
Miranda needs to pay.
Oh, hit
he's
crit.
Taking a hit crit.
Major explosion. God. Would have been fun to see it played out the next turn, but that was a good game.
Nice. Oh, I'm glad my list held up to that.
Yeah. Well, I still say bomblets and TLTs are BS, but that was...
They are.
Watching Paul fly that was pretty impressive. I felt like he kind of made a mistake at the end there. 3 banking.
No, he made a mistake. He made a mistake in the beginning of the game.
Well, he bumped himself on, yeah.
No, he went after Nadru. Nadru's going to shoot his harpoon no matter what you do. And if you go after him, you're still going to eat the harpoon, and then you've sacrificed position against the other two.
But Nadru
Right?
kind of presented himself, so I mean, it was kind of in a situation where...
I know he does. What's the bigger threat, Nadru or the scout, or Thweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nadru is a threat you cannot stop.
Yeah.
Paul's list. You can't stop it. It's happening. And you're just going to eat that harpoon, and there's nothing you can do about it. Right?
I want to say I think he shouldn't have sacrificed his own harpoon trying to kill Nadru.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like, well, I guess if you had the focus, it wouldn't have been so bad. But like without the focus, I would just probably left it for one of the other ships.
Yep.
The problem is, I don't know. The problem is if you go after Nadru, you're going to eat the harpoon, and then Thweek and the scout probably have position on you. And if you don't go after Nadru's going to shoot you with the harpoon and then flank you the rest of the game and do a lot of damage to you. So I don't know what the right answer is, but...
So Phil was expected 31 hits after rerolls. He got 35. He was actually low on focuses, so he expected... Or sorry, never mind, that's clear.
Yeah.
He was expected 25 hits after rerolls, and he got 31. So he was +6 there.
How many focus? What about his crits?
His crits, he was actually he was expected 8.375, but he only got 4. So that kind of evened out, actually.
Yeah, there's now he's up +2.
And then he was short on focuses too. But
Yeah,
Paul
so
Paul was vastly low on his reds. He was expected 25 hits. He only got 20. And then he was expected 8 crits. He only got 4. He was +5 on his focuses, but and then Phil
was also +3 on his blanks.
Yeah, so Phil was slightly above average on evade, and Paul was right about at average.
Yeah, so Phil had the edge. Was it 5 hulls worth of edge? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, it was plus. Yeah.
We watch TV and complain to Zach, this list sucks. Your list does suck.
What?
TLT and bomb agendas are dumb. Stop it.
It doesn't suck, but it's that's the problem. It doesn't suck.
It sucks. Just play regular X-Ray. Can you just go back to ships with arcs?
It's not even so much the arc. It's the infinite bomb. Like, it's unlimited. Like, for God's sake.
Well, it's the infinite bomb, the regen, and the TLT.
Yeah. But out of all the things, out of all that, the bomb is what is most infuriating to me.
And it's a 50-point ship that you have to kill to get any points on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
right. So, like,
it's easy to get Miranda under half. It's hard to kill her.
Yeah. It's 4 amazing qualities for a tournament purpose ship.
Yeah.
It's like you can't get a ship 4 of them. You can give them 2 of them, maybe 3, but not 4.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't complain. I fly the fucking Ghost.
But at least that's half points and doesn't have bombs.
Yeah. It doesn't have bombs, but it just does shoot TLT 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can, but it doesn't regen.
That is true. It does not regen.
Like once you kill Biggs, which is another issue, but once you kill Biggs, you can burn it down. Like it's not, you can kill it, right? I mean,
well, of course. I still feel pretty bad when I play some people. I've been running a Ghost with Ion Cannon recently, and just I fly against any of these bombers. If I touch them, they just don't get to do anything. It's permanently Ion people throughout the entire game. People don't get dials anymore, so it's like, what are we playing? There's no dials on the table. There's no
I would love to play 4 B-Wings with Ion Cannon right now.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, some lists would be like, I don't know what to do, and they would just lose. But the problem is then you run into a list where you have to do damage, and you get murdered.
Mm.
I mean, I suppose you could shoot your main guns, but...
Yarr! Hey, so...
What's up, Lyle?
Howdy.
I'm boarding.
You're boarding our little vessel. You're welcome. Come join us.
Is that
What do you think of that, Lyle?
Miranda, like, I hate to see her come, but I love to watch her go. I did board. Is that Ryan?
Yeah,
And
hey,
Caleb.
Lyle, how you doing?
Caleb. Hello,
yeah.
Ryan. Hello, Caleb. I'm good.
Ugh.
So Blair, I'm thinking about flying a variant of our last episode's list submission winner tonight.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna fly the ORS, man, the Outer Rim Smuggler. You guys want to hear what I got on it?
Yeah, let's see this.
Oh God.
It's ORS, and it's got Boshek.
Nice.
And it was a Boshek contest. Cassian. Let's see, rig. It's got the snuggling compartment,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's got a set of EMP bombs, and then it's also got ion projectors.
So you're just creating a giant nuisance of the ship.
Yeah.
It's the old Rebel
Yep.
Convoy.
And then the other two ships are two Wookiees, and they both got tactician on them, and intelligence agent, and vector thrusters.
Mm.
So you're just hoping that they bump that ORS and no one's ever moving from that spot ever again.
And then the
This
Wookiees
is-
can just stress them. The Wookiees can
Yeah.
stress them out, and like basically kill them on the ship. Keep zapping it. The big bug zapper. I don't know. You think I should fly up, Blair?
Oh, you just know like a casual
Do it.
game or what?
Yeah, casual game.
Do it.
Sure.
No, take it to your regional.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
No one will know what to do against it. You'll catch them all by surprise.
Hey, Ryan, are you gonna fly down to the Crate Cup?
Dude, you know what? We're trying to do the Outrider Cup like at the same time.
Hmm.
Oh, it's the same time. What?
Yeah, like we do it twice a year, and like Chris Allen and I have been talking about it. We're trying to figure out like the time because I think the Gold Squadron guys will go maybe, and we're trying to not conflict. I think Chris is talking the 27th, and we're looking at maybe the 20th of January. And I mean, I'd love to go to it, but I got a 3-month-old at home. I can't. My wife would skin me alive if I went away for 2 weekends to go do that. Like,
Yeah.
it would not be a popular decision.
Also say to you, Lyle, we're still working on the Vancouver regionals, and right now we're looking at the two different times is 1 week after the one in Washington, or we're doing it in January. So might be overriding with that as well.
Oh,
It's everything's crammed because since the announcement's so late, everything's happening between January to March. Nothing's in like December and November like last year.
but we were talking about this on the cast the other night. We're asking the question like, do we need to have FFG anymore in terms of running events? I mean, the only thing they really give us is their acrylic.
That's
And
why
we can
when
do acrylic
Chris. That's
all
why when Chris
ourselves,
was saying, Lyle, that if we came at them and said like we're unhappy with the direction of the game, and he said they'd probably just scrap OP if that happened, like
Well,
that'd,
we're
be,
like, good.
that'd be a good thing, because then
Yes, we're like, see you later.
yeah,
We could have our own fact, and we should have our own fact. Frankly, like it's dumb that we don't.
we should.
Like,
Well,
well, the
I don't
Vassal League.
understand,
I started the Vassal League fact 3 days ago, and I told Chico that it's there, and he said he would help me dogpile it. So, I think we can make a single source of truth.
I mean, I get that the developers don't have time to do rules testing because they're trying to add new products and make ships because that's how the company makes money. But like, just find 12 guys in the community and let them hash out the rule changes and just whatever they say.
Yeah,
That's what Blair was saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Critic Council.
frankly, we will do the work for you.
yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that's
Yeah.
willing to do it.
we would gladly
Yeah.
do the
Yeah,
work for
give
you.
me how many hours. I mean, I spent 45 minutes programming BS today for them, sort of. Really for Vassal League, but
Now, the one risk with allowing the players to do it is that you'll have like bias. You'll have a bias on the players that are choosing the rules, and they'll make the ships they like better and not nerf them and so forth. But I kind of see FFG doing that now anyway. So like,
Oh yeah. Well, I think you
I don't-
you let all the competitive players vote on a council, Orion, and then have them serve on it for like a year, and then.
Yeah, but you don't want to have too big a committee because then nothing will ever happen.
No, you don't want too big of a committee, but you vote on
who's going to be in there.
Yeah, who's going to be in there.
You put up.
It should be either 3, 5, or 7 people.
Yeah,
I think 11 is too many.
Yeah, 5 or 7 is enough.
Yeah,
and you have to
Sorry,
trust
I
them,
interrupted
right?
you.
Like, you have to trust them. If you have somebody who just loves Imperials and you put them on there and they don't want to ever change Imperials, then or they only want to make them way better, I'm like, okay, that's the wrong person for the job. Yeah, Tyler, right?
Duncan.
Oh, undo the Phantom Nerf. It's fine. No, it's not fine, Tyler. Come on.
Well, I think this is the point that the crates have been saying, and I've been saying it too, is that the PS 10, 11, and 12 advanced sensor barrel roll green turn ships or high maneuverable ships are just as bad as Whisper. There isn't much.
So, no, it's not. So it was funny because I was talking to.
You're already there. You could under Whisper.
Yeah. So I was talking to the guys that I was in London with, and I was running this idea past them, and then I don't know, whatever the Discord chat is that people are on, and I said, why don't they just move the advanced sensors window to the start of activation, just like they did with Decloak? Then Nim can't completely react to you. You can react to what he's going to do.
That's really good.
And it's simple.
That's a great nerf, dude. That is hot.
Break the card.
Is super elegant. I would still apply advanced sensors.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing it kind of hurts is like low PS ships, but that doesn't, because the window's basically at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
This is where if Nathan Idy were on the committee, he'd be pissed. He'd be like, no. No.
Yeah, but you can't let all these high PS ships have like super reactive mobility.
No,
you saw that with Whisper, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
People are saying it's VI, cap it at 9. That's not the problem. If you just cap, NIM can't be higher than PS9. I've heard that fixed. That just means you need to bid more. And then you are still functionally PS10.
And plus, because Whisper was 9 already, and she was still. I mean, Corrin is an 8, and look at the problems he causes.
The problem isn't that Nim is PS10. The problem is that he's moving last.
Exactly.
And PS10 is just basically PS9 with a bigger bid than your opponent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not the issue. Is you need to if Soontir sees where Nim has boosted or barrel rolled with his advanced sensors, Fel can maybe react to that, and it's a fight.
I think
he's got a chance.
I think it also helps with the advanced sensor bombing as well. So you can adjust where your bomb's going to be in reaction to where your opponent moved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't react. You have to predict, which is, remember they had the whole fact about predicting and not knowing full information, and now they've kind of ignored that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, Ryan. I have to ask you, dude. Are you still a playtester?
Dude, I have never been a playtester.
You've never been a playtester. Okay, you've never been.
He just knows a lot of playtesters.
I mean, I'm not going to ask you any more questions about that then. But if you were a playtester, I would ask you if you remembered early on, the early playtesting days, but you weren't. Because I started playtesting in Wave 2. It was way different. It was super different.
I
should get a T-shirt with that on it.
It used to be different.
Didn't used to be this way.
I started in Wave 2, man. It used to be different. It used to be better.
I don't know what you guys are seeing locally, but I can tell you locally in Pittsburgh, there's a lot of guys that have basically moved on.
Oh yeah.
And don't want to play as much because it's not that the stuff is overpowered. It's just miserable to play against.
Well, it's both. I mean, that was.
Well, but it's more that it's miserable to play against than it is that it's overpowered. Because losing to a strong list, fine, whatever. Okay, but when you're playing a game, you don't feel like you have any chance. You're not. It's just like Miranda. If you don't kill her first, or you have the wrong ship in the end game, you can't win. Nim, he's just going to bomb you to death. You're never going to shoot at him. X7 defenders, you can shoot at them all day, and sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes it's a miserable experience.
Well, yeah, the power creep is undeniable at this point, and there's just nothing is ever done about it. That's what kills me. I mean, look at how dominant Atani was for 9 months, and now it's looking like they're not going to do anything about it. Look at how dominant the Jumpmaster has been for 15 months. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything about it. That's why I think we need an FAQ or we need a committee, or it's just gonna keep going further and further.
You need something.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys to pursue something after this before you finish your point, Ryan? Something a lighter fare, but please finish your point.
No, I was just going to say, you need something. They need to react much faster. It takes them usually a year plus to fix something, and that's just way too long.
It's way too long.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So here's the list, and I'd like you to help me tune it, and hopefully it'll give our listeners kind of some insight into how all three of you build lists, because all three of you are kind of notorious as being good list builders. So, all right. So here's the base. It's Outer Rim Smuggler with Boshek, Cassian, the new Falcon title, Snuggling Compartment, EMP device, and Ion Projector. The new title is there for him to effectively better use his ability.
Stay in front of the opposition when he gets close.
So you're using Smuggler with Intel and Cassian?
No intel. It's Boshek, Cassian, Falcon.
Cassian.
Yeah. Smuggling, EMP, and Ions. And then the two gunships are built out the same way. They're both 32 points. It's Crackshot, Tactician, Intel Agent, and Vector Thrusters.
Do you have a link to the list?
Yeah.
I'm building it right now, but here.
I'll send it in Skype right now. So here's the thing about Vector Thrusters, and this is why I'm not convinced about this list. More often than not, the Wookiees, the action they want to take is reinforce. And by giving them Vector Thrusters, you're competing with that reinforced action. But you are giving you better chances of getting that barrel roll to get your range 2 tactician shot off, which is the whole point of Vector Thrusters, is to optimize for a tactician. Plus Intel Agent. Intel Agent also helps you grab the tactician shot. I don't know. That's my thoughts on the list. Give me feedback.
I like it. I like it because the best... So I've seen a lot of multiple Wookiee gunships played, and I think the best players that I've seen play them will reinforce with everybody in the opening. And then once a target is chosen, they will reinforce with that one and maybe one other one that's in, like, risk, and then focus with the others.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you don't need to always reinforce with those Wookiee gunships. You just need to reinforce with the one that you think is going to get shot. Because if the other one doesn't get shot and he's reinforced, he's kind of wasted his action.
Hmm.
So I like the Vector Thrusters. I don't think it's competing with the reinforce as much as you might think. I think I think you'll use it.
What about downgrading Crackshot? Either removing Crackshot from both of them and giving them something else? For example, lightning reflexes, which will also help optimize for tactician.
Yeah. Lightning reflexes might be a choice because then you don't have much repositioning, or with your dial, of course. Can't turn around. You want to maintain fire because the only two damages coming out of those two Wookiee gunships. But I've been saying Crackshot does help you take down a ship.
One with lightning, one with crack.
I like having my ships kitted up the same, so I'll do both with crack or both with lightning. I'm trying to think of what also change.
Rage just got tossed out. Rage just got talked out by Twitch.
Yeah, if you had Rage Inspiring Recruits, really good.
Recruits is it's a good list. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you the full firepower.
I've got Intel Agents to help optimize for Boshek Cassian. Not Inspiring Recruit.
Yeah.
Do you need 3 Intel Agents though?
Well, you can chain it together. That's the nice thing about Intel Agents is that because the information can kind of, you start out where you reveal it, and then everyone gets to see where it's at.
Yeah, but
then ships that are outside of range 2 can get their barrel roll to get into range 2. Like the outer Wookiee can barrel.
Intel and Cassian have different windows. I think Intel happens after Cassian.
Yeah, Cassian's always first.
So the Intel Agents don't really help you with Cassian.
Start of activation.
What's end of planning?
Okay, yeah, you guys are right.
The biggest one is they don't want you to always trigger Cassian, so you can freely choose your dial. You always have to do Cassian first.
Yeah, okay, you guys are right. Good points. Huh. Okay, so drop Intel?
It's like 3 Intel. There's not enough ships on the map anymore that have Warwick Rolling's 3 Intels. Like, I think Cassian's more than enough.
Oh, yeah, the Wookiees can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't,
Alright, so
they're still stuck
that
with
leaves
what
4
they've chosen.
You've got the 26-point Wookiee with Tactician and Vectored, with no Elite and no Crew on either of them. You could go Rage, Inspiring Recruit.
I think that now that's the issue going with Rage Inspired Crits. Now you're working with Infected Thrusters. You add 2 actions to your bar with Rage Infected Thrusters. So that's if you want to go for the Tactician route. I'm thinking how many we have 4 points. If you drop both of those.
You could drop them both down if you really wanted points to play with.
Then you lose your EPT.
Not completely necessary, but yeah.
Does the 3 have an EPT? Yeah, the 3 does have an EPT.
The 3 does EPT.
You could crank up a mod on them, give them engine upgrade.
I mean, you could put C-3PO on the one that you're never going to reinforce. I don't know.
The one thing I would change, Lyle, is I think EMP is a bit overkill. Because it's range 1 only. You've already got Ion Projector. I've never been a fan of it because you have to ionize yourself and you don't get to fire. I think like Burnout Slam would be better because then you can get yourself like turned around. Like if a ship's in front of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could do the sloop maneuver. 3 straight, Burnout Slam, to do the 3 bank, and then turn yourself around and be in front of them and blocking them immediately.
Yeah, I would either do that or like cargo shooter, maybe even feedback ray, maybe. But
yeah, it's only a 10 hole.
Burnout Slam is good. That gives you 5 points to play with on your gunships.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a way to have a passive ability in these gunships. It's just so hard. All the unique crew.
Snapshot's passive.
If you use Tactical Jammer on the ORS, can you proc Trick Shot off of that?
Only towards you. You only get defend for friendly ships.
You couldn't turn Tactical Jammer on for an enemy ship?
No. Tactical Jammers, your ship can instruct enemy attacks, not friendlies. Enemy attacks only.
I didn't think that would work, but I was like, well, maybe.
A funny story about Tactical Jammer, it's a can and not a must. If you fight against someone with Trick Shot, you can disable Tactical Jammer for that ship's attack. So to not give them the bonus dice.
There you go.
It came up in one of our events. I was like, oh, yeah, you don't have to do it, so you don't have to trigger the Trick Shot.
I mean, what the heck else could you... I mean, you could do expert handling on those Wookiees instead of vector thrusters. Strip target locks in case somebody's got ordnance. And
that's an interesting idea.
And then right, like
it's not a high enough pal skill though.
It doesn't. It's not great, but it stymies fire control.
And you could put the inspiring recruits with the other crew upgrade.
I mean, I'm just thinking like if you don't, exactly. And if you don't have any good use of the EPT, and you're putting vector thrusters on there, maybe you just use expert handling instead and get the situational bonus of the stripping of the target lock. Although I'm not sure what you do with your
3 points
mod then. I mean, you can put like Ezra Crew on one of them. You'll be stressed. Hit an eye to a crit.
It's almost like the Wookiees. I don't know. Maybe the list build itself is that one tactician Wookiee is enough, and you do something else with the other ship to.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm trying to look at that right now.
I'm not sure what you do.
One's probably still good.
You could just throw a TLT in there and just be done with it.
How about a Hawk?
Yeah, but then
put a Hawk TLT.
Yeah, but then that's the clear first target.
And I can put Chewbacca on it.
If you can do that, then that helps. Which Hawk would you use?
Yeah, what do you think of this? Yeah, I'm going to post one in. So it's swapped out the Burnout Slam onto the other smuggler. I made one Wookiee Liberator, being a tanky one. Using, I'm not sure the Lando experimental interface is used, but it's wired Lando experimental interface with Inspired Recruit. The other one's Lightning Reflexes, Chopper, Tactician, Veteran Instinct, Vector Thrusters. So you got the one that can stress. You got one that's just super tanky. The Lando Calrissian can change though, but that gives you a way to have multiple tokens, wired triggers. allowing your rerolls to have the focus. You still got the reinforce on that one.
Yeah, but they broke Lando when they said you couldn't spend more than one evade token on a single defense.
Yeah, it is true.
I used to abuse that on Chewbacca Falcon. It was great.
It's that you go with the Rage Double Inspire Recruit with an Experimenter interface. You get to rage.
That's a miserable ship. I faced that before.
I thought
how about Jyn Erso? Yeah.
Jyn Erso. The only issue: who's going to give the tokens to? It's a stack of focus tokens to the other Azatec. There's no one really uses. You can utilize that focus tokens.
Yeah, no one can really use them. You could put Ray on one of them. Use Ray to stack tokens early, so you have them for the fight later.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, if you were talking about a TLT Hawk, you could put Rourke in there. Only because then you could make your Tactician PS12 and have a reasonable shot at shutting down a lot of expertise builds.
I think Chopper's. That's an interesting idea. I think Chopper's better on the Wired Liberator. Right?
I just had it there because with the lightning reflexes, you might be able to go 4 forward, turn around, and then you can still use Chopper to get your action if you need to.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Especially with vector thrusters. I just switched it out. Sorry, go ahead.
How many points do you have to play with? I was just saying, because could you up the ORS to a resistant sympathizer?
Oh no, that's a 9-point increase.
Yeah, well, it's a 3 attack ship. It
is 3 attacks. But it's almost impossible to cut that many pounds.
Yeah, you got to really trim a whole lot of fat.
And you could kill one of the Liberators, and then you upgrade it.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And you got 25 points to spend. The Sympathizer plus the first Wookiee Liberator, with Chopper, Tactician, and Lightning Reflexes and Thrusters.
The one issue though is that the Sympathizer is a 3 instead of a 1, so your ability to block some list is going to. All those tricks you have might not come into play. That's the one big drawback.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so ditch Lightning Reflexes and go down to the PS1 Defender. Now you got 28 to play with. I think it's a lot.
Yeah, bigs. You don't have anything worth protecting.
Give me something fun. Something that helps. You got to help the Sympathizer. How do you help him out?
I think you
more ion control.
I mean, you could do an Ion Y-Wing or something, maybe. You could do a Stress Hog Ion. Just an like.
That's an interesting idea.
You could do, but without the BTLA 4 title. Right? So you could shoot at range 3 and stress something that way, and then you got that Ion to scare people close range. You might be able to use Dutch with that.
Wow, I like the way you're thinking, man.
To give the Wookiee a target lock.
Mm-hmm. So you think the Ion Cannon turn it?
I don't think you'd be able to fit Dutch with a TLT, the stress bot. The only problem with Dutch and the stress bot is that he's going to stress
the action.
Well, but that's why you can't take the BTLA 4 title.
Yeah, you can't take.
You just take the 1, and then you just got to be willing to go 1 straight on those turns when you want to stress something.
Yeah.
But if you stress Ion something, if something's already stressing you Ion it, then you don't need to worry about stressing it the following turn.
The question: do you really need Cassian Andor? I think a regular intelligence agent would be enough.
It might be. Although the nice thing about Cassian though is it does allow the problem with the ORS is it can't react to the intel it gets.
That is true.
So there's no point in putting intel on it. Nothing you can't. It's just okay. That's interesting. You're going the wrong way. I went this way. At least Cassian, you could maybe you could react and change style. So yeah, I think Cassian's probably better than the intel.
Okay, so you got. You said Ion Cannon turret, right?
Well, yeah, you're all about the ions, so.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 3 points to play with, including the droid.
Is that on Dutch or is that on a gold?
Just on the gold. You can't fit Dutch.
You can't get the Dutch. You can go to a gray, but I don't know if that's worth it.
No, you want to be low PS.
Yeah.
You could put a
you could just go
seismic torpedo.
Or you can just go to TLT and be done with it.
true.
You have enough. I mean, if you have 3 points, I think that's probably the best spend of 3 points. Unless you really want the ion control, but the ORS might give you enough of that already.
Oh no, we dropped the projectors. We got smuggling compartment on it now.
Well, you can have the smuggling compartment and the projectors. Do you have any other mods on the ORS?
Nope.
I mean,
burnout plans.
Yeah, but that's the illicit. So you get snuggling compartment and illicit, but you still have another mod slot. You could do like anti-pursuit lasers if you're going to block. I guess it's the same as the ion projector. If you have 3 points, I would do the ion projector there, and then I don't know what to do with the last point. Somebody just texted me, swap out the ORS for Eden Brill. Actually, not a bad idea.
Huh. That actually is a good idea.
That's your boy Paul Adler. That's actually a good idea because you're going to stress everybody with the other guys anyway. Although Eden's going to be at 3. What's the Wookiee at? Is he at 3?
The Wookiee's at 3.
So then, if you're going to swap out the Eden, you might have to make that gold with the stress bot at gray to really maximize Eden's ability.
Yeah. Well, Eden's is a lot cheaper, I think, overall than the system beside this. You might be able to upgrade it to Braylon Strom because he's also 3.
Wait, say that again?
And if you could change the sympathizer to Vril, you get to save some points.
I thought we were on the ORS. I thought we were on an ORS, not a sympathizer.
I thought he was doing the sympathizer, but even with the ORS, Vril's not that expensive, depending on what crew you go with, I guess.
Well, I mean, the problem is you only get one crew, though, but the nice thing about Vril is he can barrel roll and really maximize intel.
But if when you make use of his ability, you can get... Braylon Strom's one of the best people to go with him, to stress people. They're both 3s.
Braylon's expensive. Isn't he? He's like high 20s?
Yeah, he's 32.
Yeah, like...
With the gunner variant.
And he's the clear target. There's no... I mean, if you're facing that list and you get Eden Vril, a Wookiee, and... Braylon Strom with the stress gunner. Like you have to kill Braylon first, and then that's because that shuts down Eden's ability. And it kills the biggest gun. Like you don't want to make it too juicy of a target, or else then you make it easier on your opponent.
Have you guys looked at using ion dischargers at all? After you receive an ion token, you can choose an enemy ship at range 1. If you do, remove the ion token, then put it on someone else. Then discard this card. What?
I mean,
what if you could slam into people and then use something to give you an ion token, and then
you could use EMP, but I don't think you can take EMP and ion dischargers in the same.
Only the
Shadowcaster.
For me, ion dischargers it's useful. I think it's going to be used a lot to start, but a lot of people are going to realize that there's going to be a ship that can just willingly take ion tokens, or just. And remove it. It's going to come down to.
It's very situational because you have to either be facing ion weapons, which really you can't gamble. You can't assume that's going to happen because there's not that many of them, or you have to have pulse ray shield.
Yeah.
No, or you have that crew member that you can take the ion token. He's the rebel crew.
Levo
and boost around.
Yeah.
Levo. There you go. That's it.
So
it's Levo.
There you go. So
you slam into people with Levo.
You use Levo on a 2400 with smuggling compartments and ion dischargers. Purposely boost to block, and then you have an ion token and force it on them. Yeah. I like that. That's a clever. That would be obnoxious to deal with.
It would be obnoxious until that one person just fence up and sacrifices that one turn to get ionized.
Do you downgrade to the smuggler now? Do you need to have the sympathizer? Or do you stick with
I would downgrade. I mean. If you're gonna go, you can go to Eden Vril if you downgrade. If you're gonna have all those stress weapons, because Eden could then just basically have the same gun as the sympathizer if everybody's stressed.
One thing with the ion discharges, you only ionize the opponent's ship if you discard the card. So otherwise, all it does is all it does is removes your ion token.
Yeah.
To prevent it. So
Vril doesn't give you enough crew, by the way. You've only got one crew with Vril.
Yeah, you
only have one
you
crew.
wouldn't have intel. You have to have intel on the Wookiee or something to support the movement of Vril.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Well, you need Lebo and Boshek are carrying. I'm going to go down to the Sympathizer Smuggler. This is a pretty cool list, actually. I do like it. You can go Gonzo on the gunship. You can put in a... Here we go. Check it out. I think I'm getting pretty close now. It's the Smuggler with Boshek, Lebo, Falcon Title, Smuggling Compartment, Dischargers, and a mod to be named. Wolfero with Expertise, Tactician, Chopper, and Vector Thrusters. And then a Stress Hog. I'll link it. There you go. I like this. I haven't seen much Wolfero. Have you guys?
A little bit in mixed results. I think the best one I've seen is the Double Inspired Group Rage Wolfero, because it's self-contained, and he just if soon as he takes one damage, he's got the reinforce, and he's rolling 4 or 5 dice range around with 3 rerolls and a focus. He has limited degree maneuvers, but if you just sit there pounding into one target, that's all you really need.
I mean, Ion. How about Ion Projector? Once they get ioned onto you, you then keep projecting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
But that's only 50-50 chance of that.
Yeah, I know. It's a vassal game.
Was this a league game?
No, I'm just going to play it for fun.
Oh, there you go.
My league games I'm taking seriously this year. Like, last year I didn't take them seriously. I showed up with all kinds of crazy ideas. And I got stomped by everyone's triple defenders or triple jumps. Painful. So this year I'm playing competitive list.
So I'll show you one list I've been randomly flying around. It's a bit different, a little bit fun. You might take it. It's a bit more serious, but I've been enjoying it. I'm building it right now, but it is using pretty much all First Order ships. It's Kylo Ren, Omega Leader, and Quick Draw. But not in this normal... Well, I guess Omega Leader is the standard. But the other two are not. Put it in Skype.
I think Kylo Ren's going to be obnoxiously good.
You know, the funny thing is he will be good. He'll be Whisper level good in terms of reposition, but I think that Rack is a better delivery system for Kylo. If you're looking, and the Rack Kylo combo is so good right now, and it's probably going to be better than the Rack with the Kylo co-pilot.
Yeah, Rack Kylo is so abusively stupid.
It's amazing, but it's all the Empire has. It's what it needs to stay competitive. It beats Nim, and we need something to beat Nim.
It doesn't. They need to rein in bombs. Just a little bit, not a lot. The problem with the Empire as a faction, it's always been a high variance faction. And people get upset when they play Empire and they lose a game to variance. Like, well, wait a minute. It's like people who used to get really upset that their Soontir Fel died from a range 3 through a rock shot because they blanked out. Well, yeah, of course. But how many... Did you get upset when he rolled 4 straight evades at range 3 and didn't take any damage? No, you didn't. But that's the same nonsense. Like, I don't know. Imperials to me has always been like, yeah, you're living on Razor's Edge if you're going to play them because...
Well, if you're playing the Aces...
Yeah, but even then, they're all high agility ships.
Yeah. But usually, if you're flying a swarm, you can usually,
tolerate 1 or 2.
Yeah, you can survive losing 1 or 2 in a horrible death. But I agree. The Palp Aces, you'd survive on variance. But now it's just...
Well, but no, you actually wouldn't survive on variance. You would actually survive on there's no variance now.
You would live and die.
And tokens would fix everything.
Yeah. But now it's Nim just takes that all out.
Yeah, and that's not fair.
No.
It's stupid. But I personally, I think they should make Kylo Ren like only an arc, or your opponent should get to choose the crit, because then it pushes the blinded pilots and the damaged cockpits to the late game, so that it can't just remove half a list's offense for the first 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's 2 shipless. Oh, you 2 shipless. One of them has no 1 or 0 agility. That's nice. He'll never shoot.
Yep.
And I don't know. That to me, again, it's miserable. It's miserable to play against. It's not that it's too powerful. It's just absolutely no fun.
Well, I think this kind of comes back to like the power creep issue and how, as you compound these like kind of no fun qualities of lots of attack dice or super hard to hit ships or ships that can just blind you or PS0 you, the casual player at the local league night, when you show up and you do that shit to him, is going to be like, man, this game is dumb. Like, why am I playing this game? There's better games out there.
It's not the power creep that's the problem. It's the no fun creep that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, but part of the no fun creep is just getting pounded by these super powerful lists, right?
So
for me, it's like, wow, combo wing, and you're like, opt out.
What the heck? Yeah, what the heck just happened? Like Dengru was a perfect example of that. You're doing what and how?
Yep.
Yeah, but like the locals, right? Like I never minded losing to a game, and I had fun. The locals that I play with, I don't think ever really minded losing so much if it was a fun game and they could walk away with it and think, hey, I had a chance. If I had done this or if I had done that, I could have won. But when you just go into a game and you're like, oh, okay, well, we'll play, but I'm going to lose. And before you even like you win at the list building stage as opposed to the actual game playing stage, that's when it doesn't become any fun.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what the death of Warhammer was. It became, you'd sit down and be like, oh, you have that? Okay, you win. Good game. And that's when people started going away from it.
Yeah, and I don't want to see that.
No. We've kind of been there, really. There's a lot of hard counters out there for certain lists. That's why Tawny was so successful, because it didn't really have any hard counters.
Yeah, but it was incredible action economy, but you could still beat it, right? Like it just was obnoxious.
It was really freaking hard, though. It was really hard.
The problem is that all the classic ways to stop actions didn't work.
No, stress didn't work. Bumping, that's what made
it was like every ship had free advanced sensors.
Yeah.
Oh, you're always gonna get an action no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But it has to be focused.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to see what happens with regional attendance. I have no idea what's going to happen. I've heard a lot of people say, like, well, it's just in the summer and it's a lull. People will be back. Will they?
Well, I think that they're surviving right now on the fact that, like, older players are getting burned out and leaving, but they're still getting a good influx of newer players. I think once that influx starts to slow down, that's when they're going to start to maybe.
They need to get a big influx from this movie.
Yeah, well, they got a big one from the last one. The last 2.
Yeah, but man, I haven't seen nearly. I would say that we are losing players at a much faster rate than we're gaining players locally. For me,
I can believe that. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say on the whole scope of the world, but I'm sure lots of local places have seen a hit.
Well, but I hate to see it happen anywhere.
Oh yeah.
We have Pittsburgh has the first regional on the first weekend, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And I was talking to the guy because it's a store that's never hosted anything like that, so they have it's weird that they got it, but whatever. And we were talking. I'm like, dude, you need to plan for 100 and plan for as low as 30.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving weekend, that could either increase or decrease attendance. And I just have no idea what the regional attendance is going to look like this season. I have no idea.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it varies local to local because we had the Evergreen Cup and it was like twice as big as attendance the year before. So I think
but that's different though because that's like we're seeing that with Outrider. People still want to do that because it's fun. It's like a team thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Well,
it's not
just that. It's not FFG. It's community. It's us doing it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we're still kind of stuck with there were so many jump masters on the table.
There were so many jump masters, like 80, at least 80% of, as you walk down the tables, 4 out of 5 had at least a jump master or a TLT, if not both or multiple. Like, there was so many, it was crazy.
So the problem, though, is what other scumless ships are really great?
Well, nothing can really hold up to either like Dengar Nim or Atani. Like, I agree, that's like vastly superior to any other scum list you can put together. And the same thing could be arguably said about Empire now. It was like either Raklo or TLTs are really the only thing that's like tier 1 for them right now. So I get it, but it's just unfortunate.
Well, yeah, I mean, scum across the board, though. The Shadowcaster's okay.
Shadowcaster's great, yeah.
Yeah, but it's expensive, though, and then what else are you going to put with it?
I think Shadowcaster's stuck into Asajj. Ketsu has seen some use locally here, but it's not.
Yeah, but usually you see Ketsu with another big hitting ship.
Yeah.
To make like a big alpha, but that's usually her role.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree, Asajj with Last is a good ship. It's always going to be a good ship. It's a pain in the ass to kill, and it's a solid ship. But, like, the Seek still is not very good. It's better, but it's not great. The Kirax is terrible. The Star Viper right now isn't good. It's much better with that role.
It's funny how, like, when you talk about the Shadowcaster, you call it the Asajj. like the Asajj is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's so disappointing. There are a lot of ships out there in X-Wing that are like that. There's only one pilot people fly, like the Corrin. Yeah, I like the Corrin.
Yeah.
It's a good ship.
Yeah.
What up,
I
nerds?
like the Biggs. Biggs is a wonderful ship. Hey, Tyler.
The only reason Corrin's any good is because R2-D2 and fire control and his ability.
Yeah.
Really, just the ability in R2-D2. If he didn't have if one of those was different, he'd be a terrible ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, what's up, Gold Squadron? What else is like, hey, Hell Runner? Although, people fly their TIE fighters. We're talking about one-hit wonders ships. Yeah. Hey, Dash.
No, Lebo meta.
Gosh,
Yeah, the Lebo
right.
meta.
The Lebo meta when you totally mess up a rule so that it actually works for, a bit.
Inquisitor.
Well, I mean, that's not the only reason to take Lebo. He's just cheaper and you can fit more into your list.
I know, you can put countermeasures on him for when you screw up and accidentally get shot because you're not Dash.
Don't you remember the old Chewy Lebo list? They were actually pretty decent.
Sure, it's
a while ago.
Yeah.
It is. And it's like, it was only good because, like, we didn't have auto thrusters, and the Phantom had just been nerfed, so people weren't just running Rack Whisper for some reason.
Yeah.
We were under the delusion that nerfed Whisper was bad for that, 3 months or whatever it was.
She wasn't bad. She was just more beatable. She was still awesome.
Yeah. So I tuned in for a second.
I got a game for you, Blair. If you want to join me over here, I'm gonna play this game.
You joined in. We were talking about what, Tyler?
Power creep and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about all the different stuff, and you were like, "Oh, Dengaru, combo wing and all that kind of things, right?"
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have listened to the latest crate cast, but I was talking about this as well with a couple, or with Chris and a couple people, where it's like, how much happier would you be to actually have to play against Dengaru right now versus the other crap that's in the game? I'd take that fight any day of the week right now.
So I would say if you banned TLT, Sabine, auto thrusters, and there's one other card, maybe Kylo, the game would be way better.
That's what's so frustrating. I don't think Sabine.
Seriously, just those 4 cards, and the game would be a totally different game.
That's what's so frustrating about the refusal to change anything. Is it's like there's 5 or 6 cards that are causing all this flux, and they're just...
Sure, I mean, okay, but
and
so you see this when people. Well, sure, but you see this when people so there's been a few tournaments where someone will post on Facebook oh hey, we're gonna have this Knott's regional based tournament and we're gonna change some shit, right? And then so they're they ban certain cards. That doesn't necessarily mean we don't still have a broken meta. It's just we're not
just break something else breaks.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even if you get rid of auto thrusters, right? Which that's questionable. Because
if you get rid of auto thrusters, you must get rid of TLT.
No, you need to get rid of TLT way before you ever touch auto thrusters.
I agree, but you can't get rid of one without maybe getting.
I mean,
other as
can
well.
you not though? Because it's not. I mean, it's not like auto thrusters has any like they don't care about TLT.
They care a little bit about a lot of TLTs.
Do they?
I mean, Sutiro doesn't want to get shot 8 times with TLTs.
I don't think he cares that much. Like average damage, average dice, he doesn't take damage, and then he has 2 focus and evade and palp to back that up. Like I'll tank 8 TLT shots all day.
Well,
if
I
you
think palp Sunter for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Like Inquisitor.
Yeah, no. So the Inquisitor, I agree. Yeah, it's that 4th agility die. Like that's what just throws all the math to bonkers.
Again, get rid of that combo, AT and stealth device. Like just you don't. It doesn't have to take that much.
Yeah. No, that's the same. That's the same thing before, where it's like, why? Sorry, that's not.
Or you can't spend an evade if you use auto thrusters. That's enough.
Interesting.
Then if you.
I haven't thought about that. I don't know if I hate that, but I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
You can't spend 2 evade tokens. Why should you be able to use auto thrusters and an evade?
Sure, that's fine, but then you don't get to use the evade token from Millennium Falcon as well as C-3PO. Like,
fine.
You know,
Okay.
like so as long as we're like universal across the board like that crap. Yeah,
I agree. That's fine. Then a two attack ship should be able to hit the Falcon. When you get into any end game where one ship can't hurt the other, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that just goes with to the DR. Why the F is this not? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, guys. The test is on. I'm up against Dweek, Ben Rao, and Talonbane.
Sure.
Talonbane is so bad.
Wait, you won a Store Championship with him, dude.
I won in spite of him, not because of him.
Yeah. Solid.
A 7 upgrade on Talonbane, that's pretty good.
Oh, what?
He's got 7 upgrade cards on Talonbane.
Of course he does.
He's got Virago, Mark II, Fire Control Systems, Black Market, that's Dweek, sorry. Push, Cruise, Ion Dischargers. Oh, he's got Dischargers too, cool.
See,
wait, can he pass me the Ion back? If I discharge into him, can he discharge into me?
You're just gonna ion each other to death. Man, all right, you want to hear some scary shit? Like,
wait, I just want to say this about the backside title. I think it's a trap, and it just forces you to spend more points on a bad ship.
So it's a trap currently that will probably end up being horrendously broken. Is where I want to go, because there's no. I mean, the amount of combo complexity you give by just having 3 mod slots on a ship, even if it's a bad ship, is stupid.
Yeah, but the ship still needs to live, and those ships don't live.
I mean, how much have you messed around with Justero? Like, that dude's scary.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to have buddies do something that causes damage.
I mean, until we nerf the Jump Master, we have Bomb Masters, you have Bump Masters, you have lots of ways to hit someone in the activation phase before they have actions. And just getting smoked by a cruise missile when you have no tokens is super dumb. Sure. Or not a cruise, a harpoon even, because screw it, why not? Why not use the better missile?
Harpoon is ridiculous. You could have made it 5 points,
and everyone still would have brought it.
And spend target lock, and people would still bring it.
No, not the and spend target lock.
You could have got rid of the condition.
I'm trying to be dramatic, Tyler.
People would still fly it. Just get rid of that entire condition, and people would still run it.
Well, I don't know. Would you?
No.
Well, I also it's better than a conch missile without it.
It's about the same.
It's the same, roughly.
No,
yeah.
it's better. Target lock is better than blank to hit.
One blank. It's slightly better, yeah. Like, but it's not like the exponential better that it is.
It's basically the same missile.
Because what is the difference there? You go from 2 average damage to 3, right? With a target lock.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah,
and that's
2
the
to 3
same
with a target lock.
And that's the same as 3 with 1 blank to hit.
So with
you roll focuses.
So if you have 4 dice, with target lock and guidance chip.
Sure. Well, we're not including guidance.
You're getting.
I mean, if guidance is equal to both. So
3.68 hits on average. If you have 4 dice with no target lock, but guidance chip and blank to hit, you're doing 3.49. So it's only
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's what 15% better,
it's
or not
1/10 of a
50%.
hit.
Yeah.
But the difference is concussion missile has a much higher floor because you could blank out completely, even with a target lock. Roll a focus and 3 blanks, and then re-roll to 2 focuses and 2 blanks, and just completely whiff your harpoon shot. It's not possible to do that with a concussion because you're getting one from its ability no matter what, unless you roll 4 focuses.
No, you get 1 damage out of both. Like you could just straight 4 focus out.
And you also get more crits from target lock as well.
You do. Sure. While that is true, I never actually look at that mirror or look at that as a thing. You know what I mean? Because then you got to try to
better. But I'm just saying,
it is better. But man, as soon as you feel if you put the condition on there that had no splash damage, but it gave the extra damage to the hull, with it being ripped out or whatever, just on the single target, then it's so much exponentially better already.
Yeah. With the splash, it's just retarded.
Yeah, with the splash, it's stupid. Although, I'm waiting
with the
splash,
I
need to see it better.
No, the most ridiculous part about it is not only does the ship that gets hit suffers a crit, he suffers the crit, and then he gets another face-down damage card.
Well, but I mean, he's suffering the crit anyway, because you crit him.
But I know that, but in addition to suffering the crit and the attack, he then also has to suffer
he gets one
another
more
face-down damage kit with everybody else. What?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. Wait, what are you running, Lyle?
Don't ask.
What?
It's a bunch of weird shit.
It sure is. I agree. Oh, you're trying to break Boshek. Okay.
This is my variant on our
okay.
The winner of our contest.
The Outer Rim Smuggler is so bad. I just realized this. It doesn't get the missile that all the other Falcon pilots get.
I know, Blair. Listen, I was running cruise missile Falcons, and every time I was building them, I'm like, the Outer Rim Smuggler would be great for a cruise missile because you could chopper and ray and K-turn behind it. But no, it doesn't even have the missile slot. Can't even do it.
That's so good.
What's
the point?
It'd be how cool would that be? Fly in, take a target lock, block people,
Yeah.
and then do a K-turn, use chopper to take a focus, and cruise missile someone with 5 dice. It'd be fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, I move in with Vader, blind you at range 1, and then K-turn behind you, and cruise missile you off the K-turn all the time. It's super good. That's my standard Dengar Nim fight or strategy. Like I just range 1 Nim in the face, and then K-turn behind him and cruise him, and then he's dead. Or not Nim, Dengar.
Yeah, I agree.
The really sad one though was
Say it again, Tyler.
Vader 5 forwards, and then the next turn I 4 forward. Or 4 forward, depends on how they move. But if Dengar actually comes at us, Rack blinds him. Vader shoots him at range 1 with target lock focus. Rack dumps fire into him to clean the shields, and then the following turn, Vader K-turns behind him and then lights him up with the cruise missile with the target lock from the ATC that he kept.
Yep.
And puts 2 more crits into him. Yeah, it's super dumb.
Cruise missiles are best used after a K-turn, more than they are in the approach.
Yeah,
100%.
well,
100%.
It's weird for Vader in the sense that I often in out of 2 ship I want that huge alpha strike, so I try to do it at range.
At PS11, you can do the approach correctly, but I mean at anything less than PS9.
Yeah,
don't even try to do it on the approach because you'll fail. Take the target lock, hold on to it, K-turn behind them, and then light them up.
Yep.
Because you're doing a 4 or 5 or 3K in most cases, and you're getting 4 or 5 dice with target lock and guidance chips. It's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I have the better guidance chips. That 8-point crew slot on a different ship called Palpatine.
Oh yeah, we talked about him.
It's I mean, so being able to dodge the bomb matchup makes me go, okay, maybe I would not have Palpatine in a list, but man, regular tournament, I'm bringing that sucker. You can't tell me I have to deal with Bomblet and not have an auto whatever to miss.
Palpatine is the best toolbox in the game.
It is. It's super good.
It's ridiculous.
That's what's. I mean, it's weird because having Palpatine and Kylo, it's no, my rack is just a giant toolbox that goes and dismantles things. That's what he's there for.
Yeah, and you can't kill it fast enough.
Right. That is the other. I have very legitimately had games where when I was playing Rack Whisper would just die because she would 9 or 10 blank the first volley of greens. Like just not roll
And then Rack
anything
would just
for a while,
boost away
and then
and
just Rack wins the game. Like it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's got 16. You got to hit him 16 times.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, you can do it. It's just not easy.
Yeah, especially when he's blinding you twice and boosting around you constantly.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're an asshole and bring Kanan, and then you get to shoot 4 times with your TLT, and then I don't want to play that game.
No one wants to play that game.
You missed the conversation earlier, Kyle. That's what we were saying. That like there are games that you lose in the list building stage.
No, I mean that was my Gen
They're
Con.
miserable.
So Gen Con day 2, I didn't need to win 3 out, but I needed to win 3 out, right, to like make it, because my MOV wasn't that great. So game 1, I win. I don't remember who I played, but I win. So I'm feeling good. And then game 2 is one of my local guys that like he's just very good Kanan Biggs player, and I'm like, do we have to play this? Like, can you just give me 29 points and I'll go get a beer? Like, I'll kill Biggs, and that's it. So then we run through the motions, and like 55 minutes later, I'm dead, and his Biggs is dead. And then the next game is against Lebo Miranda, and I was like, do we need to do this? Like, I'll just go ahead and give you half points on Rack. Like,
well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, so that's the problem with your list. Is it's very binary. Either you're going to win easily, or you're going to lose hard.
Well, no, it's just what's popular right now. So like playing into like it's fun. Like every fun game I have is against another Empire player, which is awful. It's just like, oh, that's like a 3 ace list. Okay, cool. Like I have a double ace list. It's just different. You know what I mean? Like, or the like triple defenders. Like that's any kind of like rebel swarm and whatnot. Where it's like suddenly now I'm having to like play a real game. I've got to bait and switch and get them to chase me and do all that kind of stuff.
You can't blind a large enough percentage of their offense.
Well, you just don't even blind. Like, so that's what people are like, oh, what do you use Kylo for if you run into like 5-ship rebel? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
like,
boost.
I use it if they have a stress hog and I accidentally get an arc for a turn. Like,
yeah. Other than that, I'm boosting.
Yeah. Or target locking. Just like murder things quicker.
Yeah. But I do think that when it always perplexes me that the developers don't see that, like, oh, there are lists that are 80% or 90% to win these matchups and 10% to win these others. Like, that's a problem. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I was trying to talk to some people about this before, but they haven't been in the game long enough. So like everyone talks about like the worst meta was Wave 4. Like, oh, Wave 4 was terrible. It was Fat Hans and Whispers everywhere.
That terrible.
And I'm like, it wasn't. There were TIE Swarms in there. Like those were the 3 big lists. But there was other stuff that people ran. Like I was running Defender and Fell. Like there were other lists out there that were still performing good.
The problem with Wave 4 was there was still like, okay, it wasn't just Whisper and Fat Han. The problem was, if you ran into Whisper and you didn't have the tool to beat Whisper, you lost.
No. Very importantly, if you ran into Whisper, you didn't have the tool to beat Whisper, and you were a worse player than the other person, you lost.
No. Listen.
I 100% no.
True.
Listen, dude,
Tyler,
I beat Whispers with Vessery. HLC Vessery.
No. You beat Whispers with Fell. That's who you beat Whispers with.
Fell never went after Whisper in those lists, because you can't turn with her.
Listen,
I can't turn with her.
Yeah, you can't keep up with the Candy Cane Decloak.
I would play some locals who were playing Whisper, and I would curb stomp them in every other game, but then I'd play Whisper with just some list that I had, and they would just beat me every time. And it wasn't that I was bad. It was because just Whisper would just move on a decloak a different way, or the one turn where you'd get a shot, she had 4 dice and a focus, and maybe you were lucky to get 1 damage, but the problem is you had to do that 4 times.
Yeah. It was so hard to do it 4 times. And especially if she had like Rebel Captive, where you're getting stressed out too, and it's shutting down your dial.
that was just mean. If you actually put Rebel Captive on there, but like really, that's where like I also couldn't, because the popular Whisper at the time was Gunner Whisper, and like I can't Fell can't deal with that shit. Like she'll just shoot him off the map.
Yep.
No, I absolutely did it with HLC Vessery. Like that was.
But okay. So you have a 4 attack shot.
Yeah,
that has a target lock. That's a tool, dude. That's like.
Well, plus, I don't know, Tyler. I felt like Soontir was targeting computer. That was like my go-to ship back then, because you got to move after. It was the one thing that could like outmaneuver Whisper, and then with focus target lock, you could get.
You had a chance to hit her.
You could hit her.
I agree. I'm just like, because I had targeting computer Soontir. It was just like in that anytime you ran into that matchup, Soontir was not hunting Whisper for me in any way. Like,
but for me, it was like Morgan Reed's squad. It's like it's hard enough to kill Whisper, but then you got to chew through these 4 TIE fighters as well. It's like forget about it. There's no way.
Well, what I'm saying, like, the version that I liked was Dark Templars. That was the U.S. National or the Gen Con winning list. That it was Soontir.
I lost
that was
at
silly
that tournament. He beat me. He beat me at that tournament. With that
he
list.
beat me too. He was the only person to beat me. Like, I was frustrated. Like, that's the tournament that I didn't play in the top 8 in, and
I remember
he doesn't beat me twice. Like, I don't lose that second game because that was a super tight first game, and I just didn't see the 4K with Yor coming. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, now I see behind everything. That's not gonna ever happen again.
Now you see why he brought Yor.
Oh yeah, it was crazy good.
Well,
because like I had Doom Shuttle, right? So like it's the same 3 points. He just didn't have Vader Crew.
Yep.
And I was like, man, I mean, I get Yor. I got it. Like, oh, I could pull the stress off. So I just didn't think about doing the 7K.
Yeah. Well, he killed Burling in the final.
He killed. Oh yeah, no, I murdered Burling in Swiss.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to play Burling in the first round of the top 8, and when I dropped, I went and told him, and he was like, oh, I have no way to beat you.
Yeah.
But
well, that was also the list that almost knocked Paul out of Worlds that same year. The Soontir Whisper Doom Shuttle.
Yeah, that was with Sonny from Iowa was running it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, no, and what's funny is so Rick, Dark Templar, was at Worlds that year, and he just missed the cut, and he dropped Whisper for outmaneuver Vader.
Yeah, I remember
he was
that.
he was turning off all the C-3PO Fat Hans, because like you don't get C-3PO anymore because you don't have agility.
Yeah.
Damage.
What's that?
Vader was 2 attack.
It doesn't matter. You just do 2 damage each turn because they don't have gunner against. So you just sit out at range 2.
Each turn. You don't.
What's
do
that?
Do you guys think I should barrel roll here to get the stress
2
on
hits.
Tweak? I think I should.
I mean, you also have Fell on the list.
Yeah, but dude, Whisper's biggest.
Barrel.
Whisper was a 4 attack gun.
I'm not saying it was the right call. I'm saying he almost made day 2 with it twice. He went 4 and 2 twice.
That's why all these guys that were saying like Nim is like just oppressive as Whisper. Like no way.
So, no, hold on. So let's go back to my original statement that got us talking about this. Even then, in the quote worst meta ever, Whisper and so like TIE Swarm against Whisper still had a 40%. Bye, Kalen.
You could still win.
You still had a 40. No, it wasn't. You couldn't win. You had like a 40% win rate. Like, it's not the 90-10% win rates you see today. Like, if you had Fat Han into the TIE Swarm, like you could win that fight. Like, it wasn't easy, but you could win it. Right. And then same thing, Whisper into Fat Han. Like, Whisper could win that fight. Like, you absolutely had time to do it. Like, just, there you go. There are fights that, like, I can't win unless people make huge mistakes. That's my out.
I agree.
Or, I mean, some kind of obscene
but
dice
that's not just Nim. I mean, that's been around. That's been the case for a while.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
For about the last year, that's been the case.
Yeah.
And that's how, and it's gotten worse, though, Yeah,
it's getting worse.
And that kind of goes back to the whole, like, hey, wouldn't you love to be back in the Denguru days? Yes, I would. Can I please have that?
Honestly, I'm probably in the minority because I fly Swarm, but I feel a whole lot better about the meta now than I did. Because you could, like, a bunch of B-Wings aren't going to bring down Denguru. Like,
sure, but but are they going to bring down Nim?
Because Nim can't regen. They can get shots on him.
I'm 3-0 against Dengar Nim with my Endor list. And they really,
I believe
they really haven't even been close, to be honest.
That's fair.
Because
you just got to spread out a little bit, right, Blair? Spread
well, you put the B-Wings on the side where Nim's at, so he's bombing them, so that's no big deal. And then you Tracer Dengar, you stress him, shut down expertise, and then in 2 turns he's gone, and you've lost maybe a B-Wing. Sure. And now you can get your stress hog on Nim, and it's game over.
Why am I not typing right now?
Well, and a lot of people don't know how to play against 5+ ships.
Oh man, they super don't.
You just scored 5 hits on me.
Yeah, you did. Plus a crit. 4 and a crit.
Fen gon' Fen. Aaron Smuggler, you got this. It's just Fen Rao.
You got it, boys.
What did Sweek do? He couldn't. He stole Wolfaru's ability.
Yeah.
I mean, did he?
Yeah,
That's all I
I
could
still
do.
think.
I would have just taken. I would have taken the pilot skill.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
Why would you take
I
his
think you take
ability?
the pilot skill unless you have a very compelling reason not to take the pilot skill.
Why would you take his ability? Oh, it's Wolfaro, not Lowry.
Yeah, not
Lorbeck?
Lowrick.
Yeah.
You can't. Lowrick is to be a stupid ability. His deal.
No,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate
Only have
disrespect
reinforced
steal.
token. I'm gonna steal Lowrick just to mess with you.
Yeah, just because I can.
I mean, maybe you steal the Inquisitor's ability sometimes, depending on the rest of the list, because then you're 4 attack all the time.
That'd be awesome.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
I'm
still
gonna
have
suck down. See, this is the stuff we're talking about, guys. I bring a silly list, and I'm getting hit with 2 5-dice attacks.
Sure.
Right?
Well,
This is what we're talking about?
Lyle, when you said
Jesus, you're
how
so
it
fucked.
says Sozin if casual game, this is the list that Phantom's been flying in his in Vassal League, and he's in a rim. So yeah, this is not.
He's in my division.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
This isn't your game, is it?
You needed to make sure you were blocking at least one of those guys in this opening.
Wait,
And
shit.
I couldn't get there.
Well, it's hard to do with that poor little outer rim smuggler.
Oh, what did he do? Hit you with the fucking cruise missile?
Yeah.
Awful. That's so good.
Fending a cruise missile.
Oh, he said he offered to change it, Lyle. Should have said yes. Yes, change it, asshole. I'm not playing this bullshit.
Well, I mean, let's be real. He can change it in like 10 minutes when the game's over.
Yeah. What's he got on Tweak?
Does it matter?
Dude, I'm
Not
sorry. I
this
still
game.
like Tweak. You guys are nuts.
It's pretty much
No,
what
not.
you had, Ryan, except
You're
he's got
super not.
Slicer instead of Glitter Sim.
Both titles, FCS, Black Mark. Yeah, so I would take. So I like the FCS and the auto thruster. I honestly would take dampener.
Dampener's good.
I feel like that's the right because you're never stressed, right?
How many?
So that
How many points is his list?
I don't know.
I mean,
You've got
he's
both
what,
damage
30?
decks spawned in your hand, Lyle.
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know how
pull
that
them out
happened.
different ones every time. He's got 31 on Tweak. Got what, 30?
Wait, really? There's no way he's that expensive.
Yeah, Tweak's expensive. He's 30 without the black market slicer tools.
What? What's he
What?
base?
I don't know, 28, 25, I guess. Maybe 26. Yeah, it must be 26. Did you get minus? Or no, he's 29. 29 minus 3 plus 4 for the black market slicer tools. No, he's 20. He's 28. 28 minus 3 is 25. Plus Virago is 26. Plus fire control is 28. Plus auto thruster is 30. So he's at 31 there.
All right, Tyler. See, I'm on Reddit. Question: does I'll show you the dark side pushes crit past shields? Yes. Response:
What?
So my opponent was correct, and that card is lame. Time to buy everything that comes with Kylo Ren and destroy it, so no one else can have it.
The only card that Empire has that's even remotely on the power curve. How dare they?
TLT.
Yeah, we get it on a crappy lightweight frame aggressor. Sure.
I don't think that's what's worse than a Y-wing. It's not a K-wing, but it's not a...
Well, no, right. That's the thing, though. It's the Y-wing isn't what you're comparing it to. It's also not a ghost that I can't shoot for 3 turns.
This is the
You know,
saltiest time.
That's another one. That's another one I don't understand. They know Biggs has been a problem since they took the game over in Wave 4. What the hell?
And they've admitted
It's
that
Wave 12!
Yeah.
So, Travis had a really great comment on the latest Crate episode where he was just like, there's been a lot of like backlash against the interview, right? With like some of the answers and whatnot, and that's kind of going in there like,
you guys can't. You can't. It's not hit piece journalism. You guys are trying to like.
Oh no! It's not against us. They're saying like the devs answers.
Oh, their answers.
So some of them were like, "Yeah, this was terrible." Like, how did they not know that? Like,
answers sounded very out of touch.
Well, but at the same token, like, the large majority of what you take away from that is like, dude, your testers, woof. Like, what are they doing? Like when they talked about Bomblet, and they were like, well, we tried doing other things with Bomblet, and then they just like complained if they didn't have unlimited bombs because that was the only way it'd be almost good. In what world is a bomb every other turn not still fucking amazing?
Yeah, well, there's no cost. You just drop it.
Right.
And we're gonna make it basically we're gonna make it 1 point more than seismic. It's gonna do on average as much as a seismic, but potentially more, and it can crit, and you can do it every turn.
Yeah. Seems to. Well, only if you have 2 bomb slots. Fuck you, TIE Bomber.
Yeah, but fuck you. Who takes 2? Even if you have 2 bomb slots, who would take 2 different bombs?
Poor
That
Lyle.
wasn't the thing.
Lyle spent 20 minutes kiting out this smuggler, and it just died before he could do anything. Welcome to my world, Lyle.
This is modern X-Wing, dude.
Yeah, this is modern X-Wing. I'm gonna bring a 10 hit point ship. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
To be fair, that Outer Rim smuggler would have been dead against my crack swarm a year and a half ago too. So.
Yeah, but you at least would have had
Yeah, but
to have
that's
spent
6
some
ships,
crack
not
shots.
2.
But the difference is,
I don't believe
that's
you.
6 ships. That's
I'm
6
pretty
ships.
sure I kill it without a crack shot
That's
being
6
spent.
ships that have to fly in formation. It's not 3 that just blast into your face and like, come at me, bro.
Ugh.
Got a crit through on Thweek.
Nice.
I'm gonna kill Thweek, and then I'm gonna resign.
Direct hit! Yeah. He's double stressed too. Lyle's got nowhere to go.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but Tweak's going to shoot back, and he's going to have Wolf Arbor's ability.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
True.
He's
You
shooting
screwed
4
up,
dice at
Lyle.
you.
You shouldn't be. You're shooting the Gold Squadron right now, right?
Okay,
Tweak's
Thweek's
already shot. We killed the ORS.
Oh, Squeak already shot it? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
Kill Fleet for the moral victory.
Yeah, but he doesn't need Tweak to win this. And he's going to kill one of Lyle's ships. So
Spoiler
it doesn't
alert.
matter.
Tweak is never in the list to win the list.
Dude, Tyler, you're wrong. I like Tweak. You're crazy.
I mean, no, you're more than welcome to like Tweak. That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Right.
As Travis said in Canada, Tweak is fun. I absolutely will give you that Tweak is fun.
Dude, I will bet you that my Tweak would beat your Whisper 1-on-1.
I don't believe you.
You're wrong. You'll never shoot a Tweak.
Without advanced cloaking?
No, he can have advanced cloaking.
No, he's not gonna take my pilot ability. He's gonna take pilot
He's
skill.
gonna take your PS. Yeah, and
Sure.
you're never gonna shoot at him.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm also 44 points. I don't care. You're never hitting me.
No, because if the one time you don't get the cloak and I'm out of your arc, and you have 2 attack and you have 2 agility, and I have 4 dice with a focus with a target,
Right,
I'll
but
hit you.
you only have 1 reposition, so I'm only gonna put myself in places that you can't be.
That
But he can barrel roll.
Is functionally a boost barrel roll in a compacted area.
Right. I agree.
You
For
are
changing
way
your
under-
arcs, not your destiny.
You are way underestimating that barrel roll. That barrel roll is magnificent.
You underestimate the power of the Mark
If only
III,
you guys had like a
Tyler.
place to prove this
Oh,
point,
if only.
Tyler.
I actually don't. Remember, Vassal doesn't work for me.
Oh, see,
If only you could fix your computer to work Java like the rest of us.
This is what I deal with all the time, Ryan. Like, Tyler is always talking smack to me, and I'm like, one
And he
to love
won't-
me,
he won't-
bro.
I'm not
then-
talking smack. I'm
That's
saying
what
I
doesn't
don't
work. Don't know
believe
what's
you. There's a
happening.
difference.
It's like every time I bring up, like, hey, I might flash through the Empire, and Tyler's like, nah, bro, it's not a good idea.
That is not true. It's always mild changes. It's like, I like where your head's at. This is how I would do it.
Well, I didn't
much
change-
like your rack build out. Like, I never said it was bad. I said it's not my style, but it's not bad.
It wasn't too bad, was it, Lyle? It was pretty good, if I do say so myself.
What?
Our rack build.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that record was awesome.
Yeah, bro. Good old rack fell. Still good.
Hey, old
Dude, I
school
think
rack
you,
fell.
you started a whole thing, dude. People are talking about it now.
That's what I do. That's what I do, Lyle.
It's almost like people should have been playing fucking
Set
Racklow plus Ace for the last goddamn year, but it's fine.
Well, it's tough against
It is ironic
Paratoni,
that
but it can be.
I disagreed. Maybe fell. I thought Rack Whisper was fine into Paratoni.
Rack Whisper, not Rack Fell.
Yeah, I
mean,
can see that.
I mean, for me, the kind of consequence of Rackfell being good for us is that it's more evidence
pick your
for my
matchup.
point that 100 by 6 X-Wing is stupid. Like, straight up 100 by 6 X-Wing, Rackfell is maybe not that great. But when you put it in a team list with 3 other people, and you can complement its weaknesses, suddenly it's really good. And, like, having that change in the game format makes X-Wing more fun.
Well, that's what they've got.
We're so committed
They've
to 100
got
by
to
6,
do
it's
something
dumb.
with the system open. Like, why is it the same format as literally every other tournament you already have? It's a completely separate track. Do something else with it, for God's sake.
Sure.
Like, I don't understand that.
How did he
system
bump right
open?
there?
Yeah, system open.
Did he?
Didn't he come
My
back?
guess is that. So
I don't think he bumped there,
it's
did he?
interesting what they're doing with the system open this year, Blair, because it looks like they're going to invite a hell of a lot more than 8 people to the big tournament at the end.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, there's
Right?
way
Because like,
more.
if you
It's
look at the
ti-
rules,
Well,
if you look at the rules in Philly, it's like anybody who wins goes undefeated in the hyperspace qualifier, which would probably be one person.
yeah, it's
And
only
then
one. person.
anyone, and then the top 8 in the main tournament.
Yep.
So that's at least 9 people right there. And there's going to be at least 8 tournaments?
That's not technically at least 9, but yeah.
Well,
Because your
okay, I guess
hyperspace
no one-
qualifier could also be in the top 8.
Fair.
Or
So
or the super awkward
no one
moment
goes
is
6-0.
no, right, like, can you imagine if they don't have enough people to go 6-0 in hyperspace?
Yeah.
And the one
Fair.
playdown game wins?
Fair. But either way, so you're looking at 8 plus people from each of each system open. If they have 8, that's 64 plus people.
Well, we
Going to
also
this
don't
thing,
know that
like-
that's actually a system open or that those are a thing. We just have some Twitter stuff.
But you
and
want to know, there's also, you can also automatically punch your ticket to the end at Alderaan if you are the owner of Team Covenant.
but only if someone from overseas randomly last minute
Only if
bails.
someone can.
Like,
no,
'cause
no,
that
he
would-
didn't bail. That's not what happened. He didn't
No, his
bail.
visa got
He couldn't get his visa.
Yeah,
His
Oh.
visa got denied, and then it got denied again at the last minute.
yeah.
I was a little suspect that they let Zach Bunn play. Not that Zach Bunn's not a good player,
Yeah.
but like, what?
Well,
Oh, I mean, they've talked about it a bunch of times. He was already there. Like, he was already going. And so they didn't
And I
really, they
think
were
that
just
they-
like, we'll do that. It's the things that sucked is there was other people that would have gone at a moment's notice that they didn't even
Yeah.
ask.
well, the runner-up
Well, we-
from Poland was willing to go, but they didn't ask him.
Sure. Realistically, like, this is one of those things that I like. I mean, you look at that whole don't assume malice when just like laziness could be a factor, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I
like,
wasn't, it wasn't
like-
malice. It was just
but even like that, like, oh, he gets something special. It's like, oh, he's already going to be there. We know he's going to be there from other reasons.
and he's got a good relation. He's got a good relationship
Yep.
with them. He's got a track record that suggests that it's not like he's undeserving of being there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's got the skill level, but it was pure comedy when he made the finals because it was like, oh my god, he can't win it. He can't win
Right.
it because that would be terrible.
Would it though? I mean,
There
it's,
would have
would've
been
been
some,
bad.
there would have been some nerd raging if he had won.
sure.
It would have
I mean,
been inappropriate for him to win. Put it that way.
there would have been nerd rage with anybody winning that wasn't the. But yeah, that doesn't mean.
Any of the guys who won a system open and they had won it, no one would have raged about.
No,
that.
I'm saying anybody that filled in, regardless of it being Zach.
Rockets unable to score at the moment.
I don't know. If Blair had filled in, for example, who finished second at one of them, I don't think there would have been the same amount of nerd rage as Zach
Someone
winning.
would have cried because Blair got to go and Duncan didn't, or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
You
no, I'm not. But it would have been less.
Sure.
What happened?
I don't know why he jumped
He accidentally
forward.
boosted, I think.
Yeah, there we
Accidentally
go.
boosted.
But now he knows that one straight fits. Game state.
He's gonna get ioned by the GSP.
Oh, you have Ion on that?
Hell yeah.
This really was a fun list.
It was supposed to work with Boshak. It was a dream.
Oh, alright.
He's gonna keep the focus.
I would hope.
But anyway, if they're having that many people go to the system open,
It's bad.
they're probably going to, and they've been doing alternate formats at the past 2 invitationals. They're going to do something interesting. I don't
Yeah,
know what. but
I
they'll
like
have to,
that-
Like,
I don't understand why it's like they do the alt art at the Invitational, but then the rest of the track is just. I mean, I wish
it's
they
the
would.
same.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I think also that when you have a very large tournament like the Open tend to be, an alternate format is
Well, yeah,
difficult for
you
them.
couldn't
'Cause
have
they don't
done what
know-
they did this year, where they like drafted, like unless you, but I don't know. I think you could because you could split the tournament up into pods and just have them split them up into pods of like 32.
So the problem with pods is that's way too much extra like paperwork between rounds for them, and they don't have enough like TOs to really handle all that shit.
But you
listen,
I would
they
just
don't-
have them draft right at the beginning of the tournament, Tyler, and then that's what you're settled into.
At the one, listen, guys, the one in London, the Invitational was like an afterthought to all the other shit they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is not there. At least in
I just got a crit on
Celebration,
Talonband, boys. Look at that.
Nice.
And it's
at the Invitational though in London, at Celebration they had other things that they were more focused on. Now this one there isn't a celebration, so maybe they'll
another stress.
have focus.
It could be
But
covered with stress.
That's not stress, Lyle.
That's not stress.
Oh, what's blue stable?
That's stress on a white move.
Yeah.
stress control is gain of stress.
That's fine. That's right here, though.
You can get another stress right here.
So, do you guys think? I was looking at the damage deck, especially with something like Kylo Ren.
Mhm.
Do you think there should be unfixable crits?
No.
I
Probably.
think the fact that you can
that has nothing to do with Kylo. Rip damaged engine out of
Yeah.
that fucking game.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
damage
dear
cockpit.
God. Huh?
and
Yeah, I
damage
mean,
cockpit.
I am way less concerned about damaged cockpit than I am damaged engine.
It depends
because-
on the list.
No,
But both
no,
of
it's just
those-
in general. Like
Oh,
if I
He
get
invaded
PS
it. Look at
zero,
that. He
it
natted
sucks,
my
but I still
ion shots.
you still
no,
get to
that's
play.
rough. Yeah,
But,
right.
but there,
like,
there are some lists that depend on their ace moving last or moving high, and there are some lists that depend on moving and being able to turn.
No,
and if you get either of those crits on the wrong shift, you basically just lose.
Sure. No, I agree. But like, for example, like if I have Vader, like I absolutely take damaged cockpit every day over damaged engine. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in almost any ace, really, right? Like Soontir,
yeah.
like
I was
I'd
watching
rather be talking every time.
Lyle was playing
Let me-
his league game last night, and the first damage card he gets into rack is the damage engine. Like, God.
Damage engine. Yeah.
It's terrible.
so
still won it.
so my top 16 game at Crossroads, like the first day out, you still won nice. It's against it's not Kanan Biggs, but it's like close. It was like a Lothal Rebel Nora. So it's like still a quad tapping TLT, but no Biggs, so that I can kind of go do whatever I need. And the end game state is he kicks the shuttle and it 4Ks. And I have a damaged engine Vader and a 1 hit point rack. Right? So they're both my ships are on 1 hit point, but like Vader has the damaged engine and rack has 1 hit point as well. Like they're both on 1, but right? And I absolutely don't put tokens up on Vader, even though he's at like deep range. Like he'll be range 3 from the shot, or he can shoot at rack range 3. Like just hoping he shoots Vader instead. And he was like, "Why did you like not put any defensive stuff up there?" Like after the game when Vader one shot the shuttle and won me the game somehow.
To bait you into the shot.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, rack doesn't have a damaged engine. Like you're never getting him an arc again. Like he's just gonna dump fire into you for the rest of the turn and be fine." Vader, I very legitimately have to like fly for 30 minutes trying to kill you.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's an imbalance that they just should address.
Yeah, but they've already changed the damage deck once, and everyone like hated it.
Well, that was stupidity.
I agree. I'm just saying everyone hated it.
I mean, I bet you the current damage deck is almost as old as the original damage deck.
Yeah, it is, sure. But do you want
Right,
another
like-
core set?
Sure.
We're a bad audience to ask that question to.
People lose their minds about tell a damage deck. I don't care, whatever. Like, or just fact the card.
Sure, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
like-
yes, I
Too
like that
easy.
better. Yeah, that's
Too
easy.
Like, I don't know. The damage deck should be brutal, but it shouldn't be so brutal that like the ship's structure is broken, and you can fix that, but you can't fix your damaged cockpit that's sitting right in front of you.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And it's a stupid fluff argument. which doesn't really
Is
hold
it?
any water, but
Fluff should
No, it is.
okay, but Fluff should not hold any arguments in this game whatsoever. Fuck that noise. We can change.
no,
the Fluff.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
you can change the title. It doesn't matter. Like
I agree. Like what?
I
this
hate
is
that.
the fact. I know, but like you hear arguments like, but it's okay. So you want to make a fluff argument about the damaged cockpit?
No, sure. But what's your Fluff argument is like, oh, the cockpit's being damaged, and I can't touch that or fix that in any way. But like the stabilizers are getting fixed.
The structure of the ship with a die roll.
Right. Sure.
Or
Whatever.
get up there with the wrench and fix my gun. Like, come on.
Oh, you got him.
Nubs count?
No, you got the back end of him, don't you?
No, I don't. Let me turn on that thing.
Oh no, you super don't. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Nubs don't count either.
Yeah, they don't count. That's why I was surprised.
No, I hate that crit so much. I actually don't know if I hate that crit more than old what is get message to
Old injured pilot.
yeah, old injured pilot. That's actually a really good point. Well, they won't though. So Matt's messaging me. And said they should make faction starter sets with a new damage deck. So
I don't know. They
like,
don't seem to want to make.
if they do
faction
like the
specific.
mythical
Lyle,
like
It's a turret, I know. I
what?
missed.
Hmm?
I missed my turret shot.
what turret shot?
You don't have the title next to your card.
I took the shot
Oh, why did you say you're not a turret?
because he didn't know. He's probably never seen this card before.
I said, or you are a turret. Okay. Okay.
I'm a hipster. I fly the ion cannon turret.
No one sees a stress bot on a Y-wing and thinks it's a turret.
Right.
Uh-huh. They're like, what the what?
And actually, I think these days running without the title is probably correct because how many push limit aces do you see that you need to double stress?
But you're not double stressing push the limit aces. You're double stressing other things. Like
He just Ion Wolf.
if you
So cool. You guys see that? He just Ion Wolf using the by proccing the
oh Talonbane. Wait,
Yeah,
those two upgrade cards. That
The
yeah, Discharger
Pulsar Shield
with-
9 Discharger.
well,
Oh,
I
Discharger.
tried that for
well,
a
hold on.
while, but
hold on. You don't have to take that. Remember, you have the choice,
Hmm.
right? Like,
That's true.
remember how that card works.
Thanks.
Like, if you take
New
it,
card for me. It
it's
hasn't been released.
yeah.
If you
You go.
take
I
it,
mean,
you
make sure to
don't get
read
to
it.
do it anymore.
Like,
What's the downside if I don't take it?
no, if you
He gets to do it again.
yeah, he can do it again. Like, if you do
Oh.
take it, like, so he still kicked the ion, but if
Mhm.
you
If you
If you
take
do-
it, then he
if-
can't do it anymore.
yeah, he never gets to do it again. I agree in this situation that I would not do it, but that's
Oh, I need Wolfric to spin around.
sure,
You need a turn.
100%.
And I'm still busted here. I'm just playing this for fun.
Hey, you have position,
And I got 2 off of Tweak.
right?
Helmet's running from me. Fenn's running from me. He's afraid.
they're all scared. They're all scared.
You're herding
Look at all
cats,
those
yo.
shots. I like my position.
No, so if we ever get to like a mythical,
Third core set with A-wings and
no, like
first order
an
bombers
X-wing
or-
2.0 or whatever, like they're in a tough spot because they still want to tap the board game market, and you want a core set with like a 2-player starter set from other miniatures games, which sucks when you only have 3 factions. But like having a Scum starter set, a Rebel starter set, and an Empire starter set would realistically be better, because what you could do with that is you could reprint all the pilot cards that you change, and however you want to change it to X-Wing 2.0, and it's just 1 brick of pilot cards that you get, because there's not that many realistically.
So the thing.
Well,
I
shit.
think
The problem is you need doubles for generics.
I used to think that X-Wing 2.0 was the best way to go about it, but I'm starting to think more that you just have to fix what you have. Because the big risk of just going, say, okay, we're going to make X-Wing 2.0, and we're going to rewrite all these cards and abilities and change them all. The problem with that is you have a giant card space right now, and you have to do massive amounts of testing with all the redone cards to make sure that you don't break it worse than you have right now.
That's fair. I will counter with every major miniature game that is produced and is successful, re-editions every 4 years.
And I will counter your counter, sir. Which is that, what if you get to treat these things more like software projects with versions instead of editions? I mean,
so that is what
point.
a lot of them go to. So that's what War Machine went to.
A version, not an
They
edition.
they update basically every 2 months-ish, and all of your cards are on a phone app.
Yeah, and with versions aren't complete rewrites of the game system. They're more kind of gradual tweaks of things over time, like Ryan is saying.
Well, if you greenfield a piece of software and start from scratch, a lot of times you just create different problems than you had in the first place, and then you spend the next 5 years fixing new problems that you created.
Well, like, a good example is like War Machine going from 2 to 3, right? There were problems that arose from the start of War Machine 2, and they were able to just immediately fix those going into War Machine 3. Like, now new problems do arise, but that's just the nature of the game and releasing new stuff, right? But you could go back and fix those, like, just, like, you could fix Biggs, you could fix regen in general, right? Like, so R2-D2 is just like, that's fixed now. So that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but they don't. So they don't need a 2.0. They need to just respond faster and fix things faster. Because right now they're on like it's broken. We'll fix it in a year and a half schedule, which is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because then it just creates this miserable play experience for a year and a half for people that play.
Well, but that's also like that. Sure, they need, from a competitive standpoint, period. They need a better updatable, like errata system. Like, they need a better system in place.
You know, I'm totally like wishing. I think we fucked this up, and we should have asked them this question, which is that why don't you guys move to a digital tool?
I mean, we unofficially know that.
Won't let them.
Yeah, their
licensing won't let them. There's no way their licensing will let them, because then it becomes computers.
Yeah, so they don't have the license to make mobile game support stuff. I still have no idea how the Dice app got through.
It's not a game; it's a reference system. It's a reference. It's not a game.
The problem is whoever owns the computer license. Will sue
EA is
the crap
never
out of
giving
them.
that up.
They'll sue them,
dude. You can go onto the FFG website right now and use their scenario builder and dick around with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scenario Builder was also built pre-mouse, so was the Dice app.
You can still use it. It's there. I used it the other day.
I'm not saying you can't use it. It's not new.
If you're FFG, even if you're right, Lyle, right? Even if you think that their licensing will allow them to do it. If EA, let's say, I don't know who has a license. Let's say EA has a computer license.
It's EA.
It's EA. Okay, EA has a computer license. I thought it was. But let's say EA has a computer license. As soon as they see this application for X-Wing that looks like maybe it allows people to play the game or participate in the game on a computer, on a piece of software, whether EA is right or wrong, they're going to sue them. And EA's resources are far greater than Fantasy Flight's. And that's just going to be a real costly mistake for Fantasy Flight to deal with. I think that's probably the equation that they're looking at. Like,
people always cite the mouse. They're like, "Oh, it's because of the mouse."
No, it's not the mouse. It's not the mouse. It's not Disney. It's whoever.
It's the mouse granting the license to the license holder, and then the license holder is fighting amongst it. Right? That's the mouse grants the license.
So and EA is
then
going to
the
go to Disney and be like,
holders
"Get
fight
them
them.
out of here." And then EA will go to Disney and say, "Get Fantasy Flight out of here." They're risking our bottom line, and Disney will say, "Okay," because EA makes way more money on Star Wars licensing than Fantasy Flight does.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 pre-orders probably
They just
outsold
didn't they
everything.
just shut down a studio in California this week? A Star Wars studio. EA did.
Probably. I don't know as they did, but I wouldn't be
Lucasfilm
surprised.
isn't happy with EA.
Yeah, so the point is, like,
here's the thing. Your whole point here, Ryan, hinges on this idea that creating an interactive card tool, which already exists for Android, Guido has it, is in violation of the license. And the mouse came after Guido a year and a half ago when he released an iPad app that allowed you to browse X-Wing cards from the app.
Yep.
And they made him shut it down. But they didn't make him shut it down in Europe. They only made him shut it down in the United States. And that was the mouse coming after him.
Sure.
he got the cease and desist letter from the mouse.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the licensing.
It seems to me that the mouse would probably be like, well, it's not that we don't like these things at all. We just want to make sure that they're released by the proper license holder. And so if FFG can't do it, and if EA doesn't want to play ball, then presumably that would block it. But if that's true, why can't FFG just tell us all that and say, if you don't like this, help us change it?
I mean, you're assuming that FFG can tell or like can't tell us.
Yeah, they can.
When I'm saying that like their ability to talk is not good in general. Like the amount of just like bad feeling and annoyance that everyone's had, like with the regional dates thing, right? Like everyone was freaking out about regional dates not being posted. Where the hell are regional dates? All they have to do is have a PR guy that's not paid anything real, right? It's just their Twitter dude who handles their Twitter. Go, hey guys, we can't release regional dates for this week. We have issues we're dealing with. They don't have to talk about what the issues are. It's just like, hey, we're not going to be able to release regional dates this week. Okay, great. They at least said we can't do it this week. We're not just sitting in a void going, what's up?
We're aware that you guys want to see the regional dates. We're working on it. We'll release them as soon as possible.
It's the same thing with all of the like communication would alleviate so many problems. Like if the OP side and the playtest side, because we need to separate the fact that like the designers they're there to design a fun game. Like just because some of the shit is overpowered, that's not on them, right? Like they designed a mechanic and we're like, okay, this is good. It's just not drawbacks associated with it, which should show up in testing, right?
Okay, so hold on. Now I'm getting something different. Before you're saying they can't do this because of a license, which may still be true. But in addition, you're saying it's because they suck at communication.
No, I'm saying it's two separate issues.
Yeah, two separate issues.
Yeah. I think
I agree with you.
Right. So if they were just better at communicating, I feel like that would alleviate so many problems. Like people would still bitch, but not as nearly as many.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see okay, NIM is a problem, right?
Sure.
And it doesn't sound like they care. If they were at least just say like, we're looking at NIM, we think he might be a problem. We're working on possible changes.
Sure. Exactly.
Even if they're not.
No. They don't even have to. No, they don't have to. We're aware that they're that like NIM is winning a high percentage of tournaments, and we're monitoring it.
Well, I don't think they like to admit that something that is like brand new is already like breaking the game.
Well, but they're not admitting that they're breaking the game. They're just saying like, hey, we see that it wins a lot, and we're gonna monitor it. We don't. It might be right in the power level that we want, but we understand that from a player's perspective, like, oh, hey, here's this new hotness and it's crushing everything. Maybe they could totally be right in the sense that we just haven't figured it out yet. Like they're not. They're super wrong, but they could be.
They kind of already said that.
What's that?
Basically, like, we understand bombs are like really good, but people were asking for them to be better. So, I mean, they're monitoring everything constantly. So I think that's kind of like an insult to them to demand like, hey, are you monitoring this? Because like they say like they monitor everything. So
wait, hold on, Blair. They wouldn't be able to monitor it if the community didn't come together and give them a way to do it. I don't think they're monitoring.
No, they don't monitor.
I'm not saying they are monitoring it, but I think it's assumed that they are. I think is what their thing is.
So if List Juggler or X-Wing Meta, if those tools didn't exist, what would they be monitoring?
I don't. Yeah. Nothing. I also don't think that they do monitor those things.
But it's like it's implied that they've said in the past that they monitor tournament results, quote unquote. So
sure, they're at the high level events and they see what wins. Yes,
but that's only one tournament. That's not.
I completely agree, Ryan. I don't think they do monitor. When I talked to them, I really got the sense that they did not have the handle on the competitive atmosphere that guys like us do. So
no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason for an intern not to be watching the results of the Vassal League.
Yeah, there isn't. I mean, how long does it take? A couple minutes?
Yeah, a day. That's it.
Yeah.
You could spend if you spent an hour a day and looked at those things.
But not even. You'd spend like an hour a week.
But I'm saying, if you spent an hour a day, which isn't all that much time, you would have you'd be an expert on the meta.
Yeah. I don't even think you need to do that much. I don't spend an hour a day looking at. I spend an hour a week.
I know that, but imagine how in-depth insight you have.
Yeah.
If you spent 8 hours a week.
Yeah, but I think
or like 5 hours a week.
Yeah, but talking to Chris, I think he made a pretty good point that they're a fun. Lyle, is that Lyle or Tyler?
No, it's me.
That wasn't me.
Jesus.
Why do you just assume it's me, Blair?
Because it's always you. When we're casting and I hear, it's always Lyle every damn time.
Keyboard's me. The chair is Ricky.
Chair is Ricky. This is Ricky. Can of beer being cracked open. That's Ricky. No, but I lost my train of thought now. Oh, but Chris Allen was saying, he was like, he's like, the thing is, they're a casual gaming company, so all this stuff that we're asking of them is really, it's just
not something.
It's never going to happen from them.
No, I had a long conversation with my girlfriend that like doesn't play X-Wing, right? But like she has a lot of marketing experience and the like. And I was talking about when it was last weekend when I was driving up to Michigan.
If my wife would talk to me for 5 minutes about X-Wing, I'd consider that a win.
Well, we were both stuck in a car, so you know what I mean. But
even then, I don't think I could get her to go for it.
Fair enough. But no, so I was just kind of talking about like, it's just kind of a shitty feeling because like I feel like they're dropping the ball like on this, this thing that I'm passionate about and whatnot.
Yep.
And she was just like, what? Effectively, we need them to spend more money on the game is basically what this boils down to. Like,
I don't think they do.
No, they're massively understaffed for a lot of this stuff.
All we have to do.
Look at that, dude.
Good luck.
4 hits and a crit.
Oh.
Do I get a dice here? Hold on.
You get 1.
I mean, do I get 2?
What happened, Lyle? You bumped.
He went after the Gold Squadron, not Wolf.
Oh, it was gold. Oh, okay, cool. I can live with that.
Maybe.
Okay, so 1 shield. Oh. 1 shield, and then 3 hull and a crit. Here comes the crit.
Here comes the direct hit.
Damage sensor array. I don't
that's
give
a
a
win.
shit about that.
But yeah, no. So but realistically, they need to. If we want an organized play team and a testing team that actually keeps the game at a high level, like you have to pay someone to test. Like our current method of testers.
I don't
doesn't
think
work.
they do. We all know what needs to be done.
We know what the problems are.
Yeah.
Sure.
We differ on the solutions to the problems, but we know what the problems are.
The solutions take a little more time, but we know what all the
but
problems.
who's going to find that? Who's going to find that?
To me,
up with
Tyler,
6 people.
that's why you have it so we can change the errata quickly, because we say, all right, let's make this change, and man, I don't really like that. Okay, let's change it again. That's why they have to get away from that whole card text thing. It's like they're always like, oh, the card text, it's hard to nerf because they don't want to change card text. That is where it falls so short.
Well, the problem is this. I understand that they don't want to have a guy buy a ship, take it out of the box, and not be able to use what says on the card because it's actually been changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad experience. I understand. But frankly, it's a worse experience to have that player go to a tournament and get blasted in the face by something that shouldn't
Absolutely.
exist.
And plus, the thing is, Ryan, is like all the casuals, like they're not playing with all this net decked bullshit. So they probably aren't even aware this stuff exists.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, they've already changed card text. So their whole thing is like, well, we don't want guys to show up to a tournament and be like, oh, I didn't know this thing had been changed. It's like, you've already done that. So, but they don't even need to change the card text. Just like, let us have a web page that has the updated FAQ on it, and that would be enough.
And ultimately, what's the worst experience? A new guy coming to his first tournament who has a card that doesn't work the way he thinks it does anymore.
Yep.
And he meets with the guys at a time, and they help him adjust his list.
Yep.
And maybe he's slightly embarrassed, but whatever, he can be fixed. But he knows about the fact, he knows to go look things up. Or that guy comes to a tournament because they're so worried about the sanctity of their card text, he just gets murdered all day by, like I said, by shit that doesn't exist, and he says, I'm not coming back.
His 35-point Soontir dies in 1 turn, and before he even fires, and he's like, okay, I don't really understand, but Yeah.
This wasn't any fun. I'm not going to come to the next
Yep.
one or the
And
one after
the
that.
thing is, too, if he's played like any game before, not even a miniature game, like they all have updated errata. So he would, I think, most people would understand. Oh, they changed it. Okay, that's fine. I get that. Whereas it's like, well, why don't they change this if it's so broken? When everyone at the tournament is like, yeah, it's Nim. He's pretty broken. It's just like, well, why don't they do anything about it? Well, they don't want to change the card text. It's like, you can only do that so many times before it's just like.
And now you don't even have to call it the fact. You could just call it the competitive rule set.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Lyle. What just went down here? How is this working? How did you stress him?
Using Tactician on the back corner.
You can do that?
Yeah.
But
I don't need to take the front shot.
It doesn't
I
have to.
I took the off shot.
That's crazy.
I don't think that works that way.
Why not?
Because
he's not range 2 of your arc.
Because Lyle, I
arc.
think that what you're looking at right now with the arcs, Lyle, I think that's just for Vassal. I think the actual gameplay is the entire 180.
That's an interesting question.
I don't think
you'd have to look up into the fact.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going with it though. He's stressed. Dude, he hit me with 10 attack dice in one round.
Yep.
Oh, look, my gold could live. Go gold. I just need an evade here. Come on, baby. One time. Oh.
Right, but so they're worried about their card text. It's okay, so just publish a competitive rule set.
Exactly.
And then tournaments can just say, we're going to use the competitive rule set.
Exactly.
Which is updated cards.
Yep. That's what I've been saying forever.
You don't ever have to release a FAQ again. You just let the competitive rule set be managed.
Hold on. Take a step back for a second. You also need to understand that the people that care about a competitive rule set are the massive minority of this game's sales.
No, I know, Tyler, but that's what we're saying.
You have to pay someone to do that.
No, we'll do it for free.
Seriously,
we absolutely can do that, but that has nothing to do with what their competitive play stuff's going to be. They're never going to take free stuff like that. Like they've shown that with Cryodex. Like, hey, let's just design a better piece of software than you paid some company for, and you can just have it and be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Cryodex is interesting, though. There could be reasons that they don't want to. This goes back to the licensing. There could be reasons they don't want to use software like that.
Yeah.
Because if suddenly they buy it and then they publish it, EA could get on them that they're publishing computer software for their game that they're not allowed to do. That might be the main reason why they're not accepting any software support from the community.
So maybe I should just start banning their IP addresses from hitting MetaWing and List Juggler then.
Maybe.
Given that.
No. They can use it internally, but what I'm saying is if they turn around and sell it as their own product or support it as though it's part of the X-Wing product, like if they were to release Cryodex and say, hey, use this to run your X-Wing tournaments, they could be in violation of their license. I'm not saying they are. I'm not even saying that they would be, but the risk, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, right? Because what if they are? And EA gets mad and Disney pulls their license. They just lost their cash cow. So it's just not worth it to them. That might be the main. We don't see them taking community software support and making it their own or buying it and licensing it and selling it because they're just not allowed to do it. Or they're worried they're not allowed to do it.
So they're content to freeload off of it and content to not even say thank you to anyone and just totally be like, thanks everyone, but we're not going to say that.
Again, if they acknowledge it, if they
can't even say thank you, acknowledging it's going to bring the lawyers, that's bullshit. There's no way. That's bad communication. That's problem 2 that Tyler called out.
We've already been back on that bad communication side.
It is. But the point is, a community rule set, I don't think they have the right to board games. Like that, it wouldn't hit software, it wouldn't hit anything else. The only issue, and they already publish facts, they already publish things on websites for rules, so that doesn't appear to be violating their license. So I don't see any reason why they couldn't just they could just say, okay, we're gonna nominate. All they have to do is spend every 6 months, spend a day or two figuring out who's going to be on the rules committee, and just let them figure out the changes to the rules. and publish it as competitive rule set and say OP's using this for their premier and higher events or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree. Why is it so hard?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be.
Because they don't give a shit about competitive
It's not hard.
Like,
they don't
can
care.
you guys please stop
They don't
whining
care.
about this?
Like I said, we're like
the
1% of us, maybe?
I don't think it's that much. Because here's the thing, Tyler. It's like there's more casual players, but the competitive ones are the ones that keep coming back, and we're the ones that provide the steady. Because I know like a lot of casual players, and they've just kind of flaked out. Whereas like the competitive ones are the ones that are usually all in and stay.
I understand that statement, and I have a couple of buddies that like own multiple game shops, right? Like in the area, and it's not even close to the amount of product they move to the people that actually come into the game store and play. Like it's staggering. Because they're like, no, we sell this stuff all the time. Then we're like, hey, come in for game night on Wednesdays, and they're just like, oh, well, that's cool. Like I have friends that before they like knew I played X-Wing, I was talking about it, and they're like, oh yeah, I totally have some of those things. And we're like, wait, you play? And they're like, no, I have a plastic Millennium Falcon for my desk at work, so I can like push it around my desk and make laser sounds.
Yeah.
I bet that 80% of the noise is being made by 20% of the kind of buyers. The remaining 80% of the buyers are making 20%.
I can agree with that.
I think it's way less.
Okay, fine, 90%.
I would say I'd be surprised if it's 10.
Okay, maybe it's not percentage of buyers, but percent of money spent.
I think I read something that back then that in Magic was usually like 90-10. I think I remember hearing that number.
So So do you think that I think there are more casual players, but if you look at the money spent, do you think that that's the same ratio?
That's what I just said, though. That's what I was talking about.
But plus, like, Tyler,
they do.
We pay for. No, we're supporting tournaments too, which they make money off those too.
Who do?
Well, they don't make that much money off them. Those are marketing. Those are marketing events for them.
You don't think they make any money off Worlds?
I mean, man. I'm sure there is some amount of money that is made, but
it's expensive.
It's so expensive because they have so many more people that are working the entire time there.
I mean, look, the reason. Come on, guys.
I killed the week, dude.
Yes. Get it.
The reason OP exists is so that when people go to these conventions and they see this giant X-Wing event, they say, "Oh, what is that game?" And then they go buy it.
Right.
Right. Yeah. It's a marketing tool for them. That's why System Open. That's why System Opens exist, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and so the other reason System Opens exist is, it's not specifically this, but like, so Adepticon. So X-Wing came out, right? And X-Wing was out for 3 years before we got System Opens being a thing. And one of my buddies is one of the lead guys that runs Adepticon every year. And he kept going to FFG and he was like, hey, you have this miniature game that's really fun that I play. And like, we want tournament structure. I realize Gen Con gets to be nationals, but like, give us something. We're the biggest miniature tournament in the world. Do something. And it took them 3 years before they had anything.
So Tyler, I took top 4 at that tournament. That first one they did. The first Adepticon, the first X-Wing Adepticon.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was top 4.
Yep. No, not Hoth. The first Adepticon. It was the year before that.
The first Adepticon, I was top 4.
Yeah. I won the team event.
Yeah, Ryan, you took me on top 8 2 years later.
Yes. That was 2 years later.
It was it 2? I don't remember if it was 2 or 1, but yeah.
I think it's 2.
I mean, the Hoth
first Adepticon was in 20. So. Oh, you're right. It was 1 year.
I think it was only 1 year.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. I was so mad I couldn't go. I couldn't go to the dogfight event that year because I had to work. Because it was like on a Thursday, I think it was on the Thursday, and I couldn't get up there till Saturday.
Oh, speaking of work, I think I'm gonna have to shut this down, boys.
Sad day.
Well, hold on. Let me just die here. Right. I'm gonna be dead in like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Talon Mage is just gonna come in and murder me.
Do Talonbane things.
You got half points on Finn. We were just saying, Tyler, how annoying is it that like half points don't count on Miranda? Like, come on, she's a 55-point ship. Like,
you want to know what the most annoying thing is right now for me? the number of people that are bitching about the Advanced Slam card text, like, man, what are we going to do with Miranda now? I don't know. It's still the best fucking ship in the game.
Yeah,
like, figure something else out. It'll be fine. Jesus.
That's stupidity.
Well, that's why I started that whole... I got into a huge argument with all these guys in this chat, Ryan, that Tyler invited me to, because Jeremy Chamberlain was making fun of this guy who was pissed that they nerfed it.
Yeah, I'm in that chat.
You're in there. You saw that.
I agreed with you.
It's like, dude, Atani is way more oppressive than Triple K-Wings ever were. Like, seriously?
Well, Triple K-Wings were really good against some lists. And not
absolutely. Absolutely.
But Paratani was good against everything.
Yeah.
Well, no, but here's the difference, all right? And I'll stand by this difference the entire time.
Tyler, the difference is that the K-Wings murdered Imperials, and that's all you care about.
No. The difference was if you brought something that the K-Wings were good against, you weren't playing a game. Like, I was always playing a game against Paratani.
Dallas Parker, he beat Triple K-Wings at that System Open, and he had triple defenders. So...
Well, sure.
I'm with you. It's very, very difficult. But I mean,
but at the same time, was that because the Triple K-Wing player just did really bad things?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I mean, Paratani. I mean, you just run over people with Paratani. My brother-in-law, I said this. He took it to Vancouver, BC. He'd never played it. He plays like once a month, and he absolutely like ran over. He played Jonathan Gomes, who hadn't played like
he used to be good.
He's still pretty good. He just runs. He's like me. He runs like Wave 3 shit, and he was running like He was running like a couple of B wings and a Y wing, and he did like 2 shields to Manaru, and after the game he was like, "What the fuck was that shit?"
Well, but like here's the thing. Versus like all the other combo wing shit and things that like the Triple K wings where it's just like massively oppressive. Like Paratani was oppressive because you were playing with 115 points. Like
125 points according to Bob.
I mean, well,
it's a range. He wasn't 100% confident in that number.
But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Like it was just a hyper efficient list.
Yeah.
Like and it also steps back like. Once again, if I'm playing against K-Wings, if I'm playing against Sable, right? I'm playing against a competent K-Wing player. Yeah. I don't play the game.
I'm with you.
Versus if I'm playing against Paratani, even if I don't have a great matchup into that, like I'm playing the game. His arcs matter, my decisions matter. I have things that I can make a decision where like out and make Asajj move her arc, and suddenly now like things I'm doing impact the game.
Paratani felt better to play against, but it was still worse. But it was still what? It was still K-Wings felt worse to play against, but Paratani was much more oppressive to the general field.
Yeah.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, this first 6 System Opens were won by Paratani.
That's true, but I also believe that was because people didn't believe in Kylo. It's fine.
No.
Kylo didn't really kill Paratani, though. I mean...
I felt fine with it.
Bobo was...
All the K-Wings were doing were suppressing defenders.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and other aces.
Yeah.
Okay, Blair. I'm also gonna take this moment to exit stage left. You have something finale to say?
No, just more bitching about Atani. Is you know how I do.
Join us next time for Salt Fest 2017. One of these days we might make it out of the mines.
Well, I think the Crate Cup is going to be a good place for that to happen if we can all make it.
Oh, I'm very looking forward to going.
It's not a question if we all make it. It's how many of us make it.
I'm going to do nothing but like talk shit the whole time I'm there.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. That's where we'll be at.
I know.
We'll be in the heart of shit talking.
I'll be in my element, Tyler.
My wife has already said that I can go if I buy her a serger.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a type of sewing machine device.
Oh, nice. All right. I mean, so you should counter that offer with you'll buy her a serger, but only if she makes you a cool costume to take with you.
Right?
One, right?
Good one. That's very like yes and.
Yeah, right. Or jerseys, team jerseys for who's going to be there.
Ooh, team jersey is a good idea too. And she's skilled enough. She's an amazing seamstress. She could make us jerseys.
There we go.
All right. We'll see if I can put the plan in motion. So wait, here's my idea. If we can get a bunch of people, then I think we can field 2 teams on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because let's say Ricky can go.
Yep.
And then it's me, Blair, Ricky, which is the same team from Evergreen, and then one other Scum person.
Sure. I'll be
say
there.
it's you.
Yep.
And then let's say that Bob
and
Sable,
Alex should be able to make it. Sable can't for sure. We already know that.
All right, if Bob and Alex can come, then we just need 2 other players to be the B team.
Will is probably coming.
Will designated driver, so that's player C. And then one more, we just have to interview someone between now and then, or someone we've already interviewed.
Fly Dom in.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe Dom could fly in. And now you've got 2 good teams.
No, you for sure do. So the other thing that Chris said is it's highly bring an alternate. Like bring a 5th player alternate just in case shit happens. But because they'll have free shit for the 5th player alternate to do. Like there will be other format stuff they can play and get to you still get to play the entire time. So
no, dude,
that might be a thing as well.
That's a good idea, but here's what we do. Ricky's 645th or something in the country,
right?
At 3,000. Yeah, right. But I bet that no one between the 645th place and the 80th place is going to put their names in. So if Ricky puts his names in theory, he should be able to get his bot. He should be able to get all the way in.
Get in as the 64th seed.
Well, they're not filling
There's
it
going
out.
to be like 30 people. They're not going to fill it out. There's going to be like 30 people there. Ricky could easily get in.
I mean,
we just have to make sure we don't tell anybody we're doing this.
Well, but no, I don't think they're letting other people in. Like it's only the top 64 are invited, and then it's just like whoever shows up, they're going to make the brackets from that.
I think Chris said that I could if I could put my name in. We'll see that.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Go for it because
82, I guess.
82, something like that. Okay.
I mean, I've been in the top 50 in the past.
Sure. Yeah. It's just because tournaments fell off. That's all. No, this will be fun. No, my mom called me probably like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, "Hey, this is your courtesy call. We're gonna go on a cruise over New Year's Eve, like with my sister's boyfriend and her family." Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Do you want to come?" And I'm like, "Sure don't. A, I don't have the vacation. B, I don't like cruises. You guys know this." Like, well, I think that's what we're gonna do for Christmas this year. And I'm like, "Cool. I'll just send you a plane ticket to buy me to the East Coast at some point when I figure out when I'm going." And she was like, "Oh, we can do that. That sounds good." I'm like, "Perfect. I'm going to keep on my streak of not paying to fly to the East Coast, but getting the points."
Okay, boys. I'm out.
All right, fellas. Thanks for coming on.
Good casting. Hey, Blair, thanks for putting this together.
Yep. Yeah. See you guys.